take it anymore, who would not let... Listen, you fuckers, you screwheads. Here's a man who would not take it anymore. A man who stood up against the scum, the cunts, the dogs, the filth, the shit. Here is someone who stood up.
Kill everyone now. Condone first-degree murder. Advocate cannibalism. Eat shit.
I want to kill everyone. Satan is good. Satan is our pal. Welcome to hell.
You stay out of my way, there'll be no problem. But if you toy with me, I'll burn you so bad you'll wish you died as a child.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
And I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations to get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up.
I hate you, motherfucker. I hate you, motherfucker. I hate you, motherfucker. I hate you, motherfucker.
Believe in Jesus. Sinner? Well, you're gonna meet him.
What up, fuckers?
What's up?
What's
going on?
What is up?
What's going on, guys?
Good. How you guys doing, man? Rocking and rolling.
I am drinking a Bang energy drink so I can stay awake. It's past my bedtime.
I'm drinking a beer so I can go to bed. So fuck yeah, dude.
I got to tell I was old because I took a nap.
Yeah, right. I was about to do that, but then I'd be even in worse shape right now, probably because I get a little groggy waking up from a nap. You know.
I took a nap and I'm consider myself old too. So what is up, man? We're stoked to be here. This is awesome.
Yeah,
Tyler showed up literally in the nick of time as we started off the fucking show. So welcome.
It's like we are in the studio together, like real time. Like you guys made it all professional and shit, and I was on time this time and everything. Look at this. We got our shit together finally.
Yes, we do. But you know, we don't know who's going to show up, but I want to get on
the whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
awesome.
I wanted to
plug in my mic and everything today. You know,
there you go, all pro. But before we get started, because we don't know who's fucking coming on, I wanted.
Time out. I gotta say something real quick.
Okay, go,
Jason. For it. I didn't put Warriors of Sacrifice on my top 20 list. For some fucked up reason, the songs you released me, I thought it came out in 2019.
Because I probably gave it to you guys early. Right?
You did, and you gave me lots of cheats in the last 2 years.
Well, yeah, we've been feeding you the singles to this album before. We aired like pre-production singles almost. We did.
I know.
Yeah. And then all the final versions are the ones that are printed and on the printed and digital version that we put out on May 8th. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had it in my list. So
it already came out. But Tanner had your back, so Razor Raider had you covered.
Thank you, Tanner. Look, check this out. I got this in the mail finally, and I finally had enough time to enjoy it. So thank you very much, dude. Congratulations on the packaging. This is the Madras vinyl for their brand new album, Charring the Rotting Earth. Definitely in my top albums of the year, which is something I'm sure the guys and I can get into later on in the show. But I just wanted to say congratulations on that. It looks amazing.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate it.
Actually it's both our number ones.
yeah, I'm biased, dude. I'm really proud of it.
Shirt.
You should like your own shit, or you shouldn't be doing it anymore, right?
That's what I say too. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, that's the pick, especially you being not only a major songwriter in the band, but you are also the guy that writes the vocals, the lyrics, and has to perform them. So I understand your viewpoint in that, and it's like having a child that's out there. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean?
And it's a child that nobody else picked. So
exactly, it's like a clone of yourself.
Exactly.
Running around. Like no. It picks at Andy Ford's brain slowly throughout the year.
For a year and a half. What are you talking about?
He's had it for a
True.
while, but no. My point is I didn't see it on any other list besides like our own. So I'm not Andy. When I say it's like all of us. But hey, before we get started,
I see what you're saying. But the thing is, I went to make sure again, and I looked through all the reviews you guys did. You guys got nothing less than 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 10 out of 10. All the reviews were fucking awesome, but it didn't make any top lists. That's weird.
I don't know. I think the teams of metal just don't like me, so that's fine. But
I think it was a weird year, like I told you before you guys put it out. Well, I kind of I pulled the plug almost for a little bit, well, for personal reasons and for situational reasons. And then I decided to start pushing it at certain other times, and it was successful, like selling the bundles and whatnot. But yeah, it's weird not fucking playing it out and playing it and pushing it at shows. You know what I'm saying? Like for anybody at any level right now. But the public needs new music, and look at all the great shit that came out this year. I have a list. When I saw you guys put out your list, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to do a list. And then I realized how much work I've put in making myself listen to new albums this year, even though I got an injury lately that's kind of taken over my life. I had a few days to reflect on things lately, and yeah, I put together a list today and typed it up and everything. So, that's
Andy,
something we can discuss later on when.
Wait, Andy, let me
guys
steal the
send
chip.
Daniel the link?
Did we send who the link?
Daniel Garrett from Lazarus. Did you send him the link?
I did not. We can. I'd love to have him on because he knows more about the new song than I do, because one of them is his. Anyway,
okay. Before this thing goes off the rails, there's two things I want to do real quick before fucking 80 other people get on here. So, Andy, let's do our top 5 guests, and then after I want to do Jason Tyler's list, because I know we're not sure as fuck going to get to it if we have 10 other people on here. So now we're all 3 here. Let's fucking go for it. Andy, go.
Top 5 interviews. Phil Demmel, when we had him on for BPMD. I love talking to Matt Harvey. I love talking to you, Tanner, and Nick from Madras. And Travis from Haunt. He was such a cool dude. He turned me on more just talking to him to their music, and I kind of blown him off. And then Biederman has been our top interview all year because he's so unpredictable, and he's just so much fun to talk to. And hopefully he's joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Well, Trevor is a great guest. I think you said Trevor, right, of Haunt? I think he pretty much did. My top, Trevor Church. So my top, I got to put Dollar Bill in there, man. That first interview that we did as like, obviously we did it. We just did it through the audio aspect, the Skype and whatnot. But that was so much fun because we were trying new stuff.
Same with Matt Harvey.
We should venture into like kind of how, during the whole pandemic thing, we already knew that like we weren't going to be able to have guests on in person. So I came up with a way to, we do on the, but I'm saying we were doing the Skype thing for a while, and then we did the video thing. So just having all that technology and stuff, and Dollar Bill, thank you in advance, for being our guinea pig, so to speak. That was a lot of fun for me.
I sent him on the link. He's supposed to join us tonight.
The other one I really enjoyed was talking about the Bay Area Godfathers, just because I maybe because I was a part of it, or because I like. Well, no, because Bob and Danny, just to hearing their stories, because you don't get to hear Danny's. Yeah, you don't get to hear his stories because he's not a musician, so he doesn't hardly ever get interviewed. He gives the interview, so I like, doing. No, Danny. Danny hardly ever.
I've known Danny forever though.
You've known him, but I'm saying his.
And I watch Reality Check.
Well, hearing him speak, is on something that he's like not hosting was really rad.
When he's not Danny.
Yeah, and then Phil, I liked it because we literally got him as he was like on his swing in his backyard. I think what he told us, so that was really rad. The impromptu interview, if you know what I mean.
Called me old.
I think he did call you old. And then for me personally, the last thing I want to talk about, just getting the Frank Marino interview was awesome. So there you go. That's all I wanted to say. So anyway,
Hey, on that demo interview, I was sitting at Southgate Park in front of the auditorium where Slayer played their very first show. So how cool is that?
fucking awesome, man.
it.
Right next to the tank, dude. Hey, Jason,
Yep.
so you're up. Let's get your top 10 in here before chaos ensues, because I know with me and Ford here,
Yeah, exactly.
things
We got
about
about 5 minutes, and they're all going to start joining.
you're all going to start joining. So go for it.
I got a few local spotlights I want to put out there, and then I have another list of major bands too. So let's do it that way. Cool. So locally, some bands that I've worked with for forever put out some amazing records this year. Antagonist, Gone is the Light. That's the name of their new one. Sangre Más Fuerte que la Muerte. That's a badass new album from Sangre. Henry's actually in another project that we may or may not talk about. And then obviously Madras Charting the Rotting Earth, one of the greatest albums of the year.
Fuck those guys.
My friends in Cerebellion, they're more of a hard rock prog metal band. They have a new one called Beyond Our Failures, and I just got a package from them, and I listened to the whole album today. It's really, really good, man. Well done, guys. And then obviously a biased choice, Lazarus Casket Warriors of Sacrifice. It's my blood, sweat, and tears. It's if anyone that goes through, anyone that had a rough year, throw on our record or listen to a couple songs on the Bandcamp. I guarantee you might get something out of my vocals and my lyrics.
For the phone.
I was pretty angry coming out of that drunken relapse back in last November, and I put it all into this record, and bam, we had it done in May. A lot of that shit was written fresh,
Cheers to you, buddy.
I love you guys. I'm still nuts. I'm actually crazier like this. I actually got. Never mind.
Oh, by the way,
I'm not talking about negative things on the air. That's for circle jerk session time when it's just the three of us or whatever, in Tanner's garage, listening to Master.
In my garage? What? Wait, where did?
These are my dreams. These are my dreams. Or your garage, yeah, with Batman.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so who else? Who else before all the?
Oh yeah, going on to some of the bands that are on large labels and stuff. I really love the new Vader, Solitude and Madness. That's probably the most spun album of the year for me. Catatonia, City Burials. That's amazing. The new Catatonia, Armored Saint, Punching the Sky. That's on both of your lists as well. Killer Be Killed.
Yep.
Which is called Reluctant Hero, and that is members of Sepultura, Soulfly, and Mastodon, and Dillinger Escape Plan, and the drummer from Converge. Yeah, all three of them are on vocals, and they do this blend that sounds like one voice almost. It's fucking amazing. Like, great work, guys. Hats off to you. There's some other ones I really have to mention, though. Ulcerate, Stare Into Death and Be Still, Anal Nakaroth, in Darkenment, and
a new 25 records, that would have been on mine too.
Yeah, a new EP from Scour called Black, and that's with Phil Anselmo from Pantera.
I like that.
And the guys in Misery Index and Pig Destroyer. I know, Andy, you're gonna love that if you haven't heard it already. I would say listen to the new stuff, the new EP on their Spotify, because the quality of the new recording is much better than the older stuff. No offense, guys. But I heard from a little friend that the next album from them is absolutely amazing. So look out for that. I mean, dude, it's like
do a full album.
It's blackened.
So far.
It's blackened death grindcore. It's like the most wackiest, craziest shit. Besides the Now Knock It Off, kind of in the same category, but a little bit more on the black metal side. But dude, those records when I put them on, and then there's obviously a shit ton of bands. I have to mention, the new Napalm Death, Mr. Bungle, so much new Cataclysm, Sepultura, Static
X. You mentioned Scour.
Double Driver. Yeah. And Mark from Misery Index, and you can hear him in the vocals and the writing, and it's so badass because I'm a fan of Misery Index and Big Destroyer. and almost everything Phil's been in. It's almost to the point where like I missed the boat on Scour because when I heard about it, I'm like, oh, just another fucking Phil Ensemble band. But then now that I hear it, I'm like, wait a second, this is totally different than Down or Pantera or anything else he's ever
I saw
done.
them put the whiskey.
That's rad.
I saw them put
You
the whiskey.
did. I remember
about
when you were
a month
going.
and a half
I remember
before.
now. Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's weird. I remember. I think we did a show the day
Then I saw
you were
Phil
going up
Ensemble.
there that night. Anyway,
Scour was great, man.
I have a obscure list too, real
What you
quick.
got?
New album from Bush, The Wailers, Long Beach Dub All Stars, and an acoustic record from Christian Machado, former El Nino vocalist. It's called Hollywood E Sycamore. I just wanted to plug that too because it's badass. You know, it's obviously something a little different. And then you've got, you know, a couple more local.
You mentioned All-Stars.
Yeah, a couple more locals. Thrown into Exile, Subsurface Tension, and The Last of Lucy. They all have new stuff coming out. So those are bands you should check out. I don't know if anyone's heard of Night Flight Orchestra. It's Strid from Soilworks, other band. It's fucking rad, like bluesy, jazz, 80s keys. It's fucking weird shit. I think Tanner, if you haven't heard it yet, you'd love that shit. Because I know Tanner. Tanner loves Van Halen.
I do like the show work, EP.
Dude.
Speaking of, you know, rest in peace, man. We did lose a lot of fucking people on the local level, and obviously
awful,
2020 was a bitch.
And
I don't want to go and talk about that for a fucking half an hour.
oh, but I do
Don't
want
get
to
too
do
worked
Only
up,
got less
Andy.
than 2 hours left.
no. I want to. By the way, I forgot to mention last show, and I'm a total dumbass for not doing this, dude. Adrian Mejia, fucking you rule. I'm so bummed that we won't ever get to hang out and see at shows again, man. That really sucks. So that was the other one I was trying to think of that I've neglected to mention. So my
Adrian
apologies.
actually connects to the three of us because when we played with Nick's other band, Sacrificial Slaughter, in LA, and Andy was there, we didn't really all know each other yet, but we were all there with Adrian at the Serpent of Underground show, I think it was called, or something. Andy, remember that one up at the joint?
With
Yeah.
I
Master?
remember.
Yes, Master was the headliner the night that we got to play. That's
Yeah,
right when I joined. That was one of my first shows with Lazarus Casket, actually.
I know I gave you a copy of your
Whatever
own
I
DVD.
did at the joint,
Yes,
or with
that's so
George
rad,
Five
dude.
Star, or the George Black Ass, so I let Adrian into everything. So
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I have nothing but great memories.
and
Dude, obviously, he
that's
did
what
the,
gets me.
well, he did the. Obviously, he took photos for the
What gets
Into the
me is
Quiet.
I get
Sector record.
memories of him
Yeah. Well, when I put on the Into the Quiet
saying thank
Sector
you all the
record,
time.
I get tons of memories going back to those days because obviously he did the photos for the record and just looking at the back of the photo and I'm like, fuck, my friend's no longer with us, and that really sucks. So, stay safe out there, people. Hopefully you guys are joining,
Beers is-
hanging out, beers are flowing, waters, whatever you're drinking. We're stoked to be
Same
doing
thing.
this.
I'm drinking Truly.
And on a serious note, me and Andy obviously are stoked to be doing this. We found new ways and new technologies to fucking keep content out there every week for you guys, and hopefully
You guys have
entertain.
been busy,
And
kicking ass.
so it's like, but we're kind of like what Jason Tyler is now. Like it's like every fucking, we're doing something every week, man. Like how you're doing shows and shit. And now that you have all this time off, I kind of want to ask you, besides working, what else is there for you? What have you been doing?
That's
To
all
keep
I've been doing. I've been working 7 days a week, and I strained my back in August. So I'm still healing and going through a lot of pain and medication, and it's been a real bitch, especially for someone who just hit a year without any drinks or narcotics. Again, it was getting hard here. With the injury, there's no fucking, question that I didn't think about going and getting a bottle of fucking whiskey or something and just drinking. But that wouldn't have helped my recovery physically. I have to do all these stretches and all this heat therapy and soak it in hot water. There's all this shit I'm doing to try to relieve the pinched nerve that I have. It's causing like a numbness in my left leg, and it's been 4 months now, so I'm getting a little concerned. But it's actually feeling good right now because I had a few days off. But yeah, I've been See, what happened was I had a job that was coming down to like hours were getting lost because the virus hit and things were slowing down. So I got a second job, and now I have a full-time job and a weekend job, and I work 7 days a week right now. So I really haven't had time to do fuck all anything else. But I am going to go record some vocals tomorrow with Aaron at Beyond Cryptic Studios in Long Beach. We have a brand new album. I think all the music is done. It's just they're waiting on me. I was trying to get a little healthier, and I feel a little better this week. So I'm going to go in and track some stuff I know I can knock out pretty quickly as long as my voice is there, which we'll see when we turn it on, how my voice is doing. But basically, it's like a tribute to the guys that made us want to be in bands. And there's certain songs we picked out that we are paying tribute to the fathers of metal. And probably not my favorite songs from these bands, but stuff that I know that people know, but it's not like an obvious like number one single from every band, but maybe on a couple tracks. But just shit that I know that we could pull off as Lazarus Casket and do it our way. And that's important to me. It's like our nod to the old school kind of thing. And then we have 3 originals that are going to be on it as well. One of them, Daniel, our new bass player, wrote, I think, everything: guitars, bass, and the structure. And I'm going to put some wicked shit into that one. I got some crazy lyrics I've been jotting down in my phone while I'm working or driving to work in traffic and getting pissed off or whatever it is, you know.
Now you mentioned having Daniel be as he's kind of the newest member. You know,
yeah.
Have you seen a big difference in just like the development of the band per se?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, does he bring like a new element? Maybe that they
finished tracking this new EP super quick. I mean, now. The only reason that it's not done is because I got injured, but I just wanted to make sure I was in a little better shape before I hit the studio.
Well, but does he? I mean, in terms of like, is it just an easier process to have him in it? You know,
yeah, he's more receptive to everything, like scheduling, showing up, writing, communicating, etc. No offense to any former members, but it was a mutual thing, and it's better for us to keep moving. You know, we were ready to get busy, you know, and you know, we had stuff planned with you guys, with other bands, with other promoters out of state and out of town, and all that just fell through just because the pandemic hit. And I was in top shape. You know, I was working out in the gym like 3 or 4 days a week, and we were ready to fucking destroy. And it's kind of a bitch, you know, like I'm not nowhere near physically what I was back in February of 2020, but I will get back there as soon as I fucking can. But you know, Andy, you know, health is a bitch, and we've got to push through it. You know, some of the shit that I did to my body 20 years ago or for the last 20 years is catching up to me, you know, and you don't feel it sometimes till years later, you know, some weird shit start bothering you, you know, something you bent down wrong that one night you were picking up a keg and the, you know, or whatever, or moving your PA speaker or whatever. And then slowly, you know, shit happens and you're like, wow. Or you just like go golfing again or bowling and you pull that little muscle in your ass and you're like, what the hell is that? You know, or you go run again and you have this tight, you know, strain in your leg that, you know, some muscle in the bottom of your foot that you haven't
I've hurt my neck rolling over in bed.
Or head banging, you know. Yeah, see, Andy, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Just little shit like that. Yeah. Or you sleep on your arm wrong. You know, and you know, my fat ass, I wake up, I have a dead fucking arm for half the day because I slept on it. You know?
Dude, you know what's sad? I've actually injured my ass bowling, so I don't want to get into that.
It's
but
exactly.
It's
way over in your bed because there's a girl and 2 puppies next to you.
Dude, I mean, it shit happens, man. Hey, Andy, why don't you know, what was I gonna say? Can't even remember. You know, how do you feel about this? Like,
Mark from the Legion should be joining us.
Yeah. How do you feel about like the new technology and
Hold
like
on.
how because you've been like doing radio for so long and whatnot, and it's just like where we've come since then. What is your
I like the way it's coming along. The
Nothing
video
beats
things
sitting
I'm
in
still
the,
getting used to because, like I said, when I first started radio,
this is cool,
my
but
father
nothing.
said I had a face for radio. Now I'm on video.
I love the visual aspect
Right?
of all this, but I don't think, and Andy, I think you'll agree with me, nothing beats like having a room full of people in an actual studio with headphones and different channels. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
playing tunes.
And you got a guy producing the show and playing the commercials,
No, I do think it's
sound
cool.
effects, and all that shit. You know.
absolutely. So
I do think it's cool that
Yeah.
Wait, here. Wait,
Speaking
let
of
me
the
see that
devil,
here. No, other arm. Picture of me on the wall, looking at me. I think that's kind of cool.
that's
there's
awesome.
two- holy
guys
shit,
see it?
there's two of them. Holy shit, there's two of them.
Daniel, welcome to the show.
My
We
stepmother's a
appreciate
good
you
artist.
coming in. Oh man, it's just a fucking busy bee.
Hi,
of
Daniel.
people.
I just sent you that shit. Speaking of Lazarus Casket's new member.
Hey!
Hi,
Can you
Daniel.
hear everybody all right?
Absolutely.
It's like quiet, so hold on real quick.
Oh, I hear Emily too.
Yeah, we're having people join, so
Talk,
hopefully.
Daniel.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Tell him to check his mic settings in the
Check your mic. Oh,
check your mic
Check your
settings.
mic.
Daniel.
check your mic, dude. But anyway,
Oh, look
so
at the baby Yoda cup.
Andy,
What's in it,
you know,
Emily?
what do you see? What do you see changing for the better
Yeah.
in terms of what this new technology will kind of bring? Because I kind of like this stuff. I like having the visual. To me, it's very
Well,
important.
when we're out, and when we're out doing the shows, like say with Jason at Malone's or whatever, or we're at Grill 'Em All, it's going to be more fun because we're going to be able to show people what the actual show looks like, and maybe somebody's
Right.
going to see it on this and be like, "Damn it, I got to go!" and jump in the car.
Because I still want to do this, even though we're doing, these.
There was a
the-
testing before you clicked in, Daniel.
So that's all. I just
Hold on,
I-
I'll give him on this.
You might need to be able. Yeah, somebody message him. He might need to try to rejoin
Click on it.
okay.
and test the mic in the
Go back.
settings before
It's
you
at-
join.
Yeah, test screen always lets you know if your mic is test screen.
What is up, Miss DJ Mermaid?
That's the idea. I'm trying to hit him up right now.
Nothing's up there. I'm just drinking some drink. And my Yoda cup.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, Star Trek.
That's right. That's right.
You're not wearing the Star Trek shirt today.
I'm not wearing the Star Trek. I'd be wearing my
Oh,
Spock
yeah, a
costume.
little bit. I want you to have a Spock time where you wear the whole Spock situation, the hair, the outfit.
Yeah, by the way, you could tell Daniel if he's listening in. He doesn't need to have headphones. If he just has a laptop or the phone,
I
you
just
can
did.
use the phone and or you can just use the speakers
Yeah,
from the.
if you just
the
use his
and
phone,
whatnot.
I
Okay.
just told him
Hey, look at that.
to
Solid
log back
Madonna.
out to the test screen and check
See,
it.
because he's listening to it on his headphones, so his headphones doesn't have a mic, so he's only hearing, so he can't talk. So he's got to take out the headphones, and so he can talk and listen at the same time. So,
Yeah.
but if not, no
I'll
biggie.
try to do it again too. And Emily, I have a shirt because you guys all have albums, and I haven't got my album yet,
I can pull that album right now.
or my
Give me a
vinyl, I
second.
should say.
I know, dude. When I go see you in a week or two, I'll bring it. So, you guys
I
rule,
know,
man.
I know what the plan is, dude. I'm just
I
saying.
know.
Emily's like, "Oh, look at my Ross shirt."
I know this beautiful vinyl right here. Oh my god, what am I gonna do with myself? What
Dude.
about this one though? Oh,
Nice,
I appreciate it, but
dude. That those shows from the previous record
It will
were
happen.
epic. That little tour you guys did and the homecoming show at the Slide Bar.
that was rad.
So awesome, dude.
That was fucking rad.
Every time I've put together a tour for anyone and it ends in Fullerton, it goes fucking off. It's so
Dude, it
fucking
was-
rad. I think it's because everyone's waiting here at home for you guys to come back if it's a SoCal band, and then everyone comes out to support, you know, and picks up an album, a copy of the album, etc. So,
Right.
you know,
So
I'm just ready to hear some of this live.
Well, there was
Yes.
that fun one where I started with Sixes
and Andy
at
Stroh's
the 5-Star when they started touring. They ended the tour with you 6 weeks later at Fullerton. That's just nuts.
yeah, that was a long one because they went all the way out to the Maryland Doom Fest
Hello.
with Atala.
Yeah.
And they did. Daniel, can you hear us?
Daniel, can you hear us?
He can hear us. He just can't talk. I mean, I think it's because he has headphones on plugged into his phone, because the headphones, I don't think, have a mic on it. So he's only going to, oh, he does.
I'm not using headphones.
It might not work
Actually, I'm
if it's
using
through a
Bluetooth
phone.
speaker. It sounds good.
So he might literally have to unplug it, and so he can.
Right.
The only
So-
reason I had the problem is because my shit was hooked up to Bluetooth, so I was like, fix the
He's
problem.
rolling his eyes at us.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, but you know, in terms, and Jason, maybe we can branch off of this too. You know, when can we expect this release, or when would you like to put it out in 2021 or 2022?
It'll be 2021. Whenever I'm done getting my head out of my ass. No, I'm just kidding. You know, it depends on what my doctors.
Well, yeah, Jason, it'll be 2021 in just over an hour.
It'll. I mean, I'm probably gonna get a few songs done tomorrow, and if lately, I'm not gonna jinx the recording session tomorrow, but lately, in the last 2 years, when I've gone and tracked, it's been like one take, dude, on everything for some fucking reason, and I hope tomorrow goes like that. And we keep the take, and we go and add to some parts of the song with backups and whatnot, and it's fucking done. You know, it's not too difficult lately for us in the studio, I think, as a whole band. So that's why we decided to keep writing right now and recording. I want to keep the guys busy. We didn't know. You know, we want to be fresh enough that we can kind of rehearse and get ready to play as soon as possible when we're allowed to, when it makes sense. And we don't know when the fuck that's going to be, obviously. So, yeah, you know, we'll see where we're at when that time comes. But until then, we want to stay active in the studio. So if we're sitting here waiting around when we're done with this, we're going to start recording more shit, probably. And if not, I'll go record some other shit and have a solo record or whatever the fuck. You know? I'm not getting any younger here.
You sound so professional just talking in an interview now. It's
I'd
awesome.
listen to that.
I would listen to a Jason Tyler, maybe like an acoustic album or something.
He's a little calmed down. He's not worried about 20 things at once.
Isn't it? And I just had a Bang Energy drink too, but I'm one of the, it's like the opposite, the upper makes me go slower and the downer makes me go faster or something like that. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I can focus. Maybe I'm one of those guys that needed fucking Ritalin when I was a kid, but I never got it or something like that,
By the way, this is probably the first time ever that all four of the Razor Radio crew
or maybe you dropped on your head.
is on the same fucking broadcast.
Welcome aboard, Emily, in person. I'd like to congratulate you and welcome you to the team. I know I'm like a once in a while guest now, but yeah, whenever I'm available and whenever stuff does return in the live setting, we'll be working together again someday in that aspect, and that's going to be badass because we always have a great time, and we always have Tony Cole and Josh Smith next to us painting and doing live art, and Dadros, and we're drinking coffee and we're handling business and we have a blast, man. It's good times.
I gotta go drain the main vein. I'll be right back.
All right.
You got to come on the Metal Monday show, man. You've been on the Razor Radio one with Tanner and Andy.
Sure.
Time to come on Metal Mondays.
Promote the album. Got to promote the record more. There's no such thing as too much promotion. So,
dude, I actually listened to the whole thing from front to back today just to get in the mode to do this today, I think. And because it's hard for me to listen to that and not be able to, jam with the guys and play a show right now because we didn't get to have our CD release party, and we had some rad shit lined up, like my birthday shows in March that were going to be badass, some friends coming in from out of town, like Claustrophobia, and man, it's a bummer, but we're going to redo all this shit when we're allowed to, at least as much of it as I can,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, so like, just being a musician yourself, I'm just kind of curious, looking back on anything you've done, do you get memories when it comes, and I'm assuming it's yes, but what are the memories that you get? Maybe when you listen to, I don't know, All God's Kill thing, or maybe the 2013 EP. I mean, there's so many stories around those kind of records,
Yeah, there are. I mean, those are memories of shows that I played with those bands in those eras at different venues, and it's crazy because it'll trigger stuff that you kind of like didn't think about for a while, So, I mean, there were shows that All God's Kill played in Arizona, in Riverside, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, some shows were great, some were so. We played in Yucaipa once. That was one of my favorite shows. Yeah, the Exodus show at the Key Club. It was the album release party for Exhibit B from Exodus, Mr. Andy Ford's favorite band. By the way, I just saw they have some kind of crazy looking vinyl release pre-order that's up right now of Andy. So go to the website.
Okay, I'm gonna
like it. And so will you, Tanner.
All right, I'm sold.
Hey, this is another favorite band of Andy Ford's, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they're all right.
What's that?
Yeah. So Emily, go for it. Ask a question.
I'm oblivious. I'm trying to get some of our friends hooked up here.
Go for it. Emily, ask a question.
You didn't see the solid record I pulled for you? I pulled Internal Nightmare for you, man.
That is not a question. Ask him a question real quick. I want to see what you got. Putting you on the spot.
Dude, I've been drinking. I don't have any
Internal Nightmare?
So do I. So do I.
Dude, I'm like 7. I don't know. Man, I don't have any solid questions. Didn't I prepare for this as well?
I love it. Daniel's giving it a shot.
You don't, dude. The secret to being a good interview, you don't have to prepare. Just fucking.
You don't have to prepare for it.
This is Jason and Andy prepare for anything? No, we just fucking go for it.
Nah.
100 interviews on my like solid like 5.
All right. I really want to hear from Daniel at this point now.
I do too.
Tell Daniel to unplug his headphones and just speak into speakerphone on the phone.
You can do that. It works.
He's going to have to do that for it to work.
That's what I do.
Pull out, Daniel. Pull out. Mayday.
He's like, what?
Nice shirt.
I know he's rocking a good t-shirt too, but
anyway, the song he wrote on this new album is badass, and I can't wait to write the vocals for it because I got a lot of crazy shit that I've jotted down that'll fit to that song really nicely. So
can I ask where Daniel came from? Because I'm being like, I guess, a veteran of this community. I'm not familiar with his.
Daniel's played it with Aaron and Whitey's other band, Project Human.
Okay.
So we're having him jump into the lineup, and he's fit in perfectly with Lazarus Casket as well. So
nice.
Okay, cool. It's like the Reader's Digest version.
Oh shit! More people.
Yeah.
There you
You
go.
know what? Well, always solid me. Who we got there?
It's Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Yo.
Can we talk, Mark? What's up, buddy?
I guess everybody's
Oh, look at all
silent
kinds of
here.
people showing up.
I know.
And I'm like waiting for another one to pop up randomly.
Did you guys test your mics? I like it. Hey, it's a party.
What's up?
Not much, man. Thanks for joining us, dude.
Hey, no, thank
Talk,
you for letting me join. I really appreciate it.
I see Mark.
Absolutely. Hey, Mark. So my name's Tanner. Appreciate it. Nice to
Dude.
meet you. Dude, give me some backstory on you.
Well,
articles you've been
started
writing.
I started doing interviews back in August of 2016. Scott Owen of Uncivil War, actually, when he was with Eliminate, was actually a member of the group that the Facebook metal group that I was running at Dark United Front, and he reached out to me because I had posted up something about Dark Angel, and he said that he was in a band with Don Doty, and so I was like, all right, cool. Would you guys possibly be interested in being interviewed? So so he sent a response back and said, yeah, we can see what happens. So I didn't think anything was going to go ahead and happen with it. And then about a week later, at about 2:00 in the morning, I got a response back saying, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And about that time, I was like, okay, I wasn't planning on getting a yes response on that. So I was like, do I go ahead and just say, nah, don't worry about it? Or do I go ahead and just go ahead and go for it? So I just said, you know what, let's set something up.
Yeah,
so I
fucking
did
do
an
it.
interview. I did an interview with Don Doty about a 5-question interview, a lot about Dark Angel, his time at Dark Angel, and his Eliminate project. And after that, I went ahead and reached out to James Murphy, obviously of X-Death, X-Cancer, X-Testament, X-Carcass, X-Cancer, Disincarnate. Interviewed him. Then
Who doesn't remember shit?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I don't know. I think he's just talking shit.
I said, who doesn't remember shit? I talk to James all the time, dude.
Yeah, and then I reached out to Eric Wagner from The Skull and Blackfinger and X Trouble, and then after that I reached out to Rob Urbanani from Sacrifice, and I just kept reaching out to these guys, and they were so nice and going ahead and go ahead.
Yes, Andy.
No, I'm just saying, hey, we don't need your whole history. What you need to promote is your new vlog and that great interview you did with Rick Hunnell and Peterman.
Okay, cool.
And the picture. Yeah, you need to promote that. The new vlog.
The blog is theforgedlegions.music.blog, and it's been up and running now for about 3 months.
Nice. Solid.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Great.
So I'm just really honored to be here, to tell you the truth.
I am
Rick Hunnell.
What about Rick?
Andy, ask that again.
Oh, I'm just saying the interview you did with Rick to open the blog. Fucking
yeah. That was.
No, I said
that
the
was
interview
really
that he
cool
did
for
with
me.
Rick Hunnell from Exodus.
Yeah,
Great
that-
interview. Then
that
you just
was
did one with
that
Peterman
was-
too that was really, really good.
Yeah, thanks,
Speaking of
man.
that,
I
fool.
really appreciate that. And like I said, I'm very honored to be taking part in this and everything. It's just I'm still kind of in shock. So I really appreciate the platform for you guys letting me come on here.
It's New
Yeah,
Year's.
Thanks
We're
for
having
joining
fun.
us, man.
We're stoked to have you on, man. It really means a lot that people are hanging out, dude. So,
Absolutely.
I was stoked when you guys texted me the other day because I was like, I have the night off, and I'm old. I don't think I've stayed up till midnight in a long fucking time on New Year. So you guys are gonna look at this. I'm only fucking 59 minutes away.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
make it
In
this
fact,
year.
it's actually already New Year's where I'm at because I'm actually out in Arizona. So we're
Well, happy New Year's, man.
Happy New Year.
Man, fuck
Happy
yeah.
New Year.
Hey, what city are you in, Mark?
I'm
Happy New Year,
actually in Sun Lakes, which is actually a retirement community. I'm probably the youngest resident who lives in this community. But yeah, my neighbors are cool when I'm blasting Judas Priest at 2:00 in the morning. I'm not getting any complaints from it or anything. So
Are you closer to Tucson or Phoenix?
I'm closer to Phoenix. It's about maybe about a half an hour outside of Phoenix.
Right on.
Yeah.
Dude, so like just you writing in general,
Dude,
why have you taken
Liz,
kind of
I'm coming out because my mom.
Well, yeah, we're gonna come play in Arizona too. I have family in Tucson, and we would definitely hit Tucson and Phoenix easily. You know, Madras and Lazarus Casket. That's for sure gonna happen in the future.
Absolutely, we're gonna have to go ahead and hang out. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Sounds great.
Well, now let me ask my question before I get steamrolled here. You know, like obviously, you know, you being just
Well,
a written journalist, you know.
I talked to my sister last night.
Oh my God!
You know, I gotta see Tim Mark, and I gotta go out. I gotta see Tim from Sorrower, and I still gotta figure out what's up with Steve from Motive. Why all of a sudden he can quit metal and is cutting lawns now? What the fuck is
Tanner
that?
needs to go smoke a bowl now.
Right?
Right.
Put up with Andy's shit.
I've known him 25 years.
I'm just joking, man.
That kid's
I
not
miss
real.
you guys.
Fucking-
Daniel, look at your text. I just sent you a message that'll probably help out.
Hey, Tanner, what's your question?
I don't know.
Tanner.
Is Andy gonna go in halfway through it? I don't know.
I don't know. If you have
Oh,
lube on it, maybe.
Actually,
think
if
you
you guys could give me
try it
just
again,
1 second,
try it again.
I just need to grab some beers really quick. I'll be
You
right
go-
back.
go
Give
for
me
it,
about
man.
3 seconds.
Go
Tanner.
for it.
Tanner, what do you want to talk about next?
I'm waiting for him to get back now, dude. Before I fucking Andy, ask your question.
Who was Andy asking a question to?
All right.
Oh, that was fucking fast, dude.
Yeah, I got everything
Four
central
windows,
located.
He doesn't fuck around.
I need to get on his level so I don't have to go to my hallway to get my alcohol.
There you go.
Tanner, what was your question, sir?
You
Here we
being
go.
Hey,
you being a journalist, I'm just kind of curious why you chose the route of being somebody who actually likes to write rather than because podcasting has become so popular nowadays. I know you have a blog and stuff, so you know. I guess what I'm asking is the old school route. You know, why did you choose the specific route for journalism?
Because I trip over my words way too often when I'm talking to these guys. I'm still building up my confidence level. I'm not as smooth. My delivery is not as smooth as I would hope it to be. I'm able to go ahead and you know
he's Danny.
The interviews actually come out pretty decent audio wise, but I just basically I have a certain standard that I would like to go ahead and attain, and I figure if I go ahead and do it in a print format, I have exactly what I meant to say written out, and it's pretty much word for word, but without all the tripping over my words aspect of it. You know, and plus I usually will ask about 20 to 25 questions. So it's pretty long because when I grew up, I was reading a lot of Guitar Player magazine and stuff like that, and their interviews were always really long and in depth. And I kind of wanted to go ahead and bring that back into the metal scene, you know, where people will actually take the time to go ahead and read an article and actually get into it, as opposed to just having a podcast where they can just have it on in the background or whatever like that. This is something where they actually got to invest some time into it, you know.
Do you have the same 25 questions per interview, or is it different depending on the artist? Okay.
No, I have 2 questions that, 4 questions that are standard questions. The first one, why did you decide to pursue you see, I'm tripping over my words. Why did you decide to pursue a career in music? Were there any songs, albums, or artists that made it an easy decision for you? Then second question is, excuse me, depending on whatever instrument they have or that they play, you know, who are your influences, and then who is your favorite person that plays that instrument, metal or otherwise? Those are usually the first 2 questions. The last 2, we go over, you know, what their gear setup is, you know, in the studio and live. And then last question is, basically I put them in where if they were to be a metal concert promoter for one night and one night only, and they were to have one classic metal band, thrash metal band, death metal band, doom metal band, black metal band, and crossover band, what would they be, and what would the lineup, and what would be the order of the lineup? And so those are the standard 4 questions. All the other
Okay.
questions I just kind of tailor make to that particular artist. I try to go ahead and ask some questions that are music related, but kind of outside of music in a way, because I'm really tired of a lot of people thinking that guys who play metal and listen to metal are a bunch of Neanderthals, So I want to go ahead and get some questions out there and responses that will actually show people, hey, we actually do have brains.
Yeah.
We actually are functioning members of society outside of music.
And one more question for you, sir. When you're kind of interviewing just a new band, how much research is involved?
I'm sorry, you were cutting up, sir.
Sorry. When how much research is involved when you're interviewing, say, a new band?
Oh, I will research as much as I have to. I go online. I look for articles. A lot of stuff is just knowledge I've retained over the years.
Wait,
I do
stop,
a lot of
Mark.
research. I will actually reach out to the artist, and ask some questions to go ahead and
stop, Mark.
Basically try to inform other questions based on those responses.
Gotcha. Cool. That's all I wanted to know. Andy, go take the floor. Take the floor.
Hey, Mark, stop. Hey, Tanner, you didn't read the Rick Hunnell article that I sent you that Mark did?
I read it, of course. I was just
the Ricky Hunnell article that Mark did on his blog.
Not the Rick one. I read the
Okay,
Mark
I'm
one.
sure.
Yeah.
He does
just curious.
really good work with his blog.
Of course.
Thank you, Andy. That means a lot to me, man. That really does. You've been in the scene for a long time, and I really appreciate it. And before I forget, thank you for your service to our country for all those years.
Fuck
Amen.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Daniel, can you hear us? Daniel?
Oh, yeah.
I told him not to use
You
the
give us a
headphones.
thumbs up if you can hear us, Daniel.
He can probably
Take
hear
it
us.
up. Pull it out. Take it up.
I just called him and told him that.
No, Andy has been around a long time.
I
so-
appreciate it, Mark. I'm service to your country. But a good 75% of me being in the Navy was me getting drunk around the world.
Hey, but you
That's
were
like going on
I'm not
tour.
gonna lie.
but you were serving
Solid
though,
motherfucker.
and that's the main thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Andy, why don't you take the floor, man? I'm sorry to have cut you off, but I was just curious on some of his history.
I think Daniel's working now. Did you take off the headphones?
Yeah.
There's
Keep
no
that
floor.
fucking
We're just
head
hanging
up.
out. It's weird. Hey, you can hear us? Well, Daniel, can you hear us?
Tanner,
Ah,
How
How you
using
doing?
them?
how you
I'm-
doing?
I'm getting
Ah.
good, well, and drunk, so I'm talking a lot. So I want
How
somebody
many of those have you
I
had,
want somebody
sir?
else to take over so I don't look like a total asshole.
How many
What
of
are
those have you had, sir? How many schooners? That's 3 beers per schooner, Tanner. You know that, right?
Well,
Oh,
this schooner hasn't had more than 2 beers, and I'm like 90 pounds. So do the math. I'm pretty well right now.
You can have like 30 pounds if you want.
I'm
From
cheap,
me.
dude. I'm cheap. So
You can have 30. You can have 30 pounds from me if you want them.
I'll give you at least 20 pounds too, so you can add 50 pounds onto yourself.
God damn it. Well, if I was like 8 feet tall, I'd probably take it. So
Are you like Nam? Are you getting like Nam buzzed yet?
no, I'm not there yet.
What if
I'm
you
not-
took all the weight,
Man,
Tanner?
dude.
Tanner,
You're
what if you took all the weight and put it right into your penis instead?
I would have the same penis I probably have. So we're good.
Nice.
That's
hey,
all,
so,
man.
Mark, what do you have on the horizon? As far as
Well, I'm
music?
glad you asked. I have 2 articles that have been completed. I got Tom Draper of Carcass that
Nice.
I'm transcribing that word for
Nice.
word. Then after that, I have an interview that I've already done with Phil Sandoval from Armored Saint.
Yeah.
That needs to be transcribed. And then I have commitments for interviews from Paris Mitchell Mayhew, formerly of the Cro-Mags and now with the Agros. And then I have Eric Wagner scheduled to do another interview again.
I would
Okay.
say that the new Armored Saint The Sandoval interview you have lined up, one of my top 5 albums of the year, hands
Oh,
down.
Yeah.
And same with the Carcass EP, and the new record will be out, I believe, soon also. So I don't know how many
Absolutely.
songs from the EP will be included or not yet, but I believe all that info should be released in the next few months or so. So
Yeah.
that'll be badass. I mean, they just killed it on the new EP, definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
It's
and
sold
Tom-
really, really well too.
Oh yeah, Tom is a phenomenal guitar player. Absolutely phenomenal. He's very modest, a really good dude. But Phil, man, Phil knocked it out of the fucking. Sorry, Phil knocked it out of the park with his interview, man. I mean, he really delivered. He really delivered. I mean, both of them really did. But Phil, I had interviewed before, and this one we just got into a real groove with the interview, and yeah, man, I think you guys are gonna like both when they come out.
My personal favorite radio interview that I ever did when I was back at Cerritos College on WPMD was with Joey Vera when they put out La Raza, and we got a copy of that sent from Metal Blade to WPMD, and we did a phoner that was live on the air, and it was badass. And I know the guys were lucky enough last year to be at the Slide Bar, and Don Bush stopped by the booth and talked to Andy and Tanner. I unfortunately missed that evening, but
right.
if Elfson's ever in town, I will make sure I show up.
Oh yeah.
Next time.
Yeah,
he's always a good interview.
I can't say enough good things about and the Carcass EP too, but the Armored Saint album is their best and Symbol of Salvation, definitely by far, I think.
Very good.
Although I liked some of the previous album that came before it. I liked Left Hooked Out of Right Field. I love that song at least. So they've had a couple. I don't think they've ever had a bad album.
I like everything they put out. They're one of those bands.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree, Tanner.
Yeah, one of the great bands that's been overlooked for so many years, and it's about time that they start getting the due that they deserve.
Well, they're legends here in LA. I mean, dude, you can't. They wouldn't get arrested out here, I would assume.
No, yeah. And they were pretty beloved up in San Francisco too. When they played that gig with those 2 gigs with Metallica and Death Angel back in '85, that really solid. I think Andy was there, weren't you?
Yeah, he was probably there. Oh, sing too.
Yeah, they pretty much solidified their status up there and everything. But yeah, you mentioned Armored Saint to a true metal fan, and they know who they are.
I almost put them in the same category as kind of like what a Wasp is, because everybody it's a metalhead seems to love Wasp and bands like that didn't really fit the mold for their specific style of music.
Armored Saint.
I would say
have that.
Nice.
Same with Metal Church. Metal Church, you know, my all-time favorite band is kind of that same way. If you mention Metal Church, of course, people know who they're just so well loved.
You just made me think of something, Tanner. Another badass album that came out this year was the new one from Voices of Ruin. Obviously, I mean, there's just so much shit that happened so quickly with the COVID thing that it just kind of was a real bummer and overshadowed a lot of things that were hitting in March and April of 2020 for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even in May, which is when I think that album came out.
Exactly. Yeah. It was right around ours. And we had a dual album release party planned with them as well. So that never got announced. And another one was Sicarius. That's another band that put out a new record in 2020 on M Theory Audio. You should check that out. It's obviously anything Sicarius puts out is fucking tits, you know? So
I think this was just a great year for us, like kind of underground local bands.
It was.
I can agree with that.
And not just like the big bands. We already know the big bands are going to get all the love and this and that, but I really feel the underground really fucking kicked ass and honestly,
I mean, Bleed the Sky,
They can.
Lab. I mean, those were albums that came out later in the year.
Skin Lab came out in 2019.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a band out of Australia called.
Which band in Australia?
You're feeding back, by the way. There's a band out of Australia that I just did a review for, Idle Ruin, out of Brisbane, Australia. absolutely incredible. I mean, just everything that I like about the genre, the thrash and death metal genres or whatever. Just absolutely incredible. And I can't wait until they start catching up or start catching on over here.
Absolutely. But I think with that in mind, when I say like all the young bands kind of kick some ass, it really kicked the old guys' asses to release good material because nobody can afford a shitty record anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of competition out there.
Well, that was a cover album, but I'm saying like all the
That's a solid record, man.
Doesn't matter. I'm just saying as far as like all the legacy bands, they really have to kick it into overdrive because they not only have a career of music in the beginning that like is so well loved, but now it's like they're competing with us bands that are putting out, in my opinion, quality records. So I would hate to be a legacy band nowadays. I guess
Testament really stepped it up this year with Titans of Creation. That's one of my top albums of the year. Also,
Heathen did too.
They did as well.
I will go with Andy on that and say Heathen absolutely kicks.
There's so much new shit that I haven't even got around to listening to it all yet. That's how much
same
new
here.
music came out this year.
Same here.
Oh shit! We're in trouble now, dude.
All right.
Oh shit!
Look at this.
That's a rush shirt. He's wearing a rush shirt.
What's up, Mars? Can you hear us?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, he's saying 1 second. Man, it's a party, dude.
It is a fucking party, man.
Thanks everyone for coming on. We appreciate it. Unfortunately, Andy's mic is turned off for some reason, so we can't really. Oh, dude.
How about now? Can you hear me, Tanner?
I can hear you. Amazingly.
What's up, guys? You guys are coming in loud and clear.
Can you hear me, Tanner, now? Tanner, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
It doesn't look like we're social distancing in here.
No, we're not. These boxes are rather close.
And then he talks more with his hands.
We're all 6 inches apart.
It's 6
Wow, look at this. This is fucking rad. We got metal. I'm truly amazed.
Absolutely.
God damn it. You might as well just drink White Claw.
What's wrong with White Claw?
I hear
Tell me,
I
what's
hear
wrong
an
with
echo.
White Claw?
Out after I quit drinking. That's what's wrong with White
It's
Claw.
got more fucking booze in it than beer.
Not 151.
Well,
Which
that's
is not
not beer.
anymore.
Of course, if you really want to get fucked up,
I got tequila.
you'll drink the Wicked
I
Ale.
hear
Yeah, it's coming from Andy's mic.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy.
You're hearing what?
Echo.
Tanner, talk to me directly. What are you hearing from my mic?
I'm doing an echo from your microphone.
Good. That's probably because I'm talking in double.
You are talking in double for sure.
That means you need another drink, Andy.
I'm on it.
Is Mr. Biederman going to be joining us tonight?
He told me he was.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, yes.
Hey Mars, what's going on,
Hey,
my
Mars,
friend?
what's going on, my friend?
I hear everything in
I
double.
hear everything in double.
I know.
I do too.
We already know the part.
We already know the problem. We already know the issue.
It's like hello.
Oh, was the problem me? Is that what you're saying?
It's the Bluetooth. I didn't say it was you.
Bluetooth. I didn't say it was you.
My Bluetooth's turned off now.
I shouldn't have been drinking. I should have took acid.
Dude, if you know where to get acid, I'd be all over it. I barely know where to get food because that's the only place where we go to leave the house.
I live in Lincoln Heights. So everybody.
Yeah, but the poor kids mansion don't count anymore because no one goes there anymore. It's dead.
You guys hear me?
I hear everyone.
Yeah.
We'll hear a fucking echo.
Oh, real quick, let's back it up. I found out my mic. My mic wasn't working, and we were talking about Armored Saint. This is a great story. The second night they played the Kabuki Theater, they used to wear that cheesy plastic armor. You guys remember that shit?
Yeah.
They pulled fucking John Bush into the crowd from the stage. Pulled him, and when he got back onto the stage, he didn't have any of that cheesy armor.
Hey, real quick. Tanner, at the
Well, that's cool.
What does that say? What does that say?
Can you read it?
If you can't hear
Well,
me,
I'm getting a major echo from somewhere.
I got major reverb in there.
Almost hard to talk.
Echo.
it means I can put my mic out.
Quite possible.
Everybody, put your headphones on.
No, headphones make it echo.
See, he's the only one that doesn't echo.
Who, me?
What the hell? What the fuck?
Who?
You.
That's because I'm a badass.
He's like the Oz. The Wizard of fucking Oz. Andy fucking Ford.
Should I do? Maybe I should do a challenge. Just remove him real quick and see if the echo.
You should figure out who the
I'll be back. I can't handle this. This is wild.
See, there you go. The echo's gone. There you go.
You don't really need the echo. And as long as you're in a quiet room, you don't really need the headphones.
Real quick.
Yes.
God damn it, dude. All right. Well,
Somebody has a mic that's right next to the speaker.
I'm way back here, motherfucker.
My shit's unplugged.
Mars, ask your question. I'll do this real quick. There you go.
His name's Andy. Shut the fuck Ford.
I thought I used to talk too much.
Now you used to talk too much, or is it a bad joke?
That's Mars. He was there when I started here in LA.
Yeah. Okay,
Seems like
remember
a long time ago, Mars.
Records 30th anniversary?
The which one is it?
The Metal Blades 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
That was a House of Blues. It was
House of Blues.
Gypsy Hawk, Sacred Reich, and Armored Saint.
Okay, I
And
did
Armored Saint all
photos.
showed up with the wigs on.
I did photos to
The original Mag Metal crew.
Like 2 days later.
What was it? It was B, U, Cabs, Chan, and drummer boy.
I was going through my photos. I was going through my photos, and I just went up to random people inside the club, and I noticed a picture of Tanner with his Armored Saint album.
Really?
Yeah, and then, but I didn't know
You gotta
Tanner
post
at
that.
that point. At that point in life. And that's pretty cool. I was going through my pictures, going, wait a minute. I see him right there.
So there's a funny story behind that.
Well, hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, I don't want to hear it in double, so like we gotta do something.
I don't want to hear it in double either, man.
So we gotta do.
What's the
something
problem with
about
you guys' double? My StreamYard is working fine.
Stunt cock.
I love the echo effect.
All right. I just got a message from Eric Kluber from Void Vader. He said he's already down for the count. He's passing out. Happy 2021.
Oh, he's not rolling in.
All right.
Have you ever drank with the man? The man can drink.
He can drink. Fuck yeah, I can.
The message I'm looking at right now, a messenger says, "Hey guys, I'm already down for the count. Happy 2021."
So Mark,
NYU.
that story.
But how good is that? I Can't Take It song.
It's good. It's really good.
It's number 2 on my list.
I'm just saying, from where they started at to where they are now, amazing progression.
Oh, absolutely. But there's a story behind that photo. No, they were selling. And when you bought the record, you could meet the band, and they would sign it for you after the show was over. And I think me, you, and Peyton were hanging out. Backstage and
upstairs.
Where the band came up. Remember the band ended all. So I still have that vinyl. But they only took a certain amount in that specific show. So where you took the photo. Give me a yes or no if that's where it is.
Probably, you're probably right. I went with
That makes it sound like you're speaking an alien language.
I'm getting a headache right now. I might have
From what?
I'm getting a headache right now too.
And you gotta fix your shit, dude.
Who's got to fix your shit?
You. Andy, you gotta fix your shit.
What's everybody drinking?
What's wrong with it?
What'd you do?
I've done shit.
I am drinking this.
Come on, Tanner, show your bottle. Oh, they
Daniel's probably drinking something really heavy right now.
Come on, Daniel, show your drink.
So
They got tequila with Batman in the other room.
It's harder than this.
do you guys think we're going to be able to see concerts all this year?
We're gonna be what?
I think we're going to be able to see concerts at all this year.
Oh yeah.
No. I want to.
I'm gonna say no comment on that.
Uh,
I haven't canceled my MDF ticket, plane tickets yet.
Yeah. I
I'm
just
so
got
glad
my
you
grass pop ticket.
Um,
With everything still surging over in Europe right now,
What's up, Jason? How you doing, bud?
Hey, what's going on, Mars?
Tanner, are we sure it's Andy when everyone else is still echoing?
Watch this. Talk.
Hey, Tanner.
Okay, there you go. That's my point.
Better now. What happened?
yeah, it's a lot better.
So there's my
What's
point.
wrong with it?
It's Andy fucking poor.
That's me speaking in double.
It's all of us speaking in double.
Hold on, I'll reconnect.
All right, reconnect. Finally.
Tanner, you need to help this person.
My head hurts right now. Hold on. Oh my gosh.
It
Wow.
sounds better now.
We need Baby
Oh.
Yoda to come do
I don't hear anyone in twos. Oh my god.
Yeah, blame the tech guy who kind of knows what he's talking about. I get
Fucking
it.
Tanner
I
fucking
get
flop
it.
it. What the
Holy
fuck?
Okay, I just figured it out.
It is Andy's fault.
It is because it's solid now.
Did it take you an hour to discover? No, it was, I fucking love Andy Ford. But yeah,
You better text and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit for that tomorrow, so I don't even want to deal with it. But I'm just saying, man. Anyway, Mars, thanks for dropping in, man. Tell us a little bit about what's going on in your world.
Oh, just staying out of trouble, staying away from the COVID, man. This has been a crazy year since what, March, April.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're all
I figured
healthy.
it out.
I see you guys right here. You guys are looking good. Unfortunately, there's some people I know that didn't make it. But you know what? 2021, even though it just means a transition into the next year, it doesn't mean it's going to be any better, bigger or better. But everybody's got to just lay low for a little bit, and I miss my concerts. You know what? I went, I think it was in May. I went to Santa Monica 3rd Street Promenade, and I seen this jazz combo people playing on the street. And once I seen that, I got glued. Like, whoa! I hear something. Like, let's go. Let's check this out. And me and the girl were just looking and going, you know what? We miss his concerts. I mean, it is horrible. It's like we're fucking we're starving right now. We're like deprived of air because we don't hear our metal and live shows. You guys feel me though?
Yeah,
it's just
100%.
I would kind of disagree with you on the fact of like we don't hear our metal, because I think 2020 released a lot of great records for heavy rock and metal music. So I'd have to respectfully disagree with you, Mars. But
just on the live shows,
it's great for recorded music.
Okay.
I mean, this band in general released one of the best records ever.
Gosh, Dad, dude, you keep kissing my ass on the show. I love it. But hey, so regardless of that, though, Mars, being a photographer in general, it's like it must suck even worse. Yeah, we hear him. I heard his voice. It must suck for you just being a photographer. What have you doing to keep yourself busy?
Oh, I'm still staying busy with the photography work. That hasn't changed because you don't have to be really that close. You don't have to really be that close. No. It's actually not. When I first did the photography deal, it was a lot of glamour photography. Yeah, I got the attention from everybody because of the girls, right? But not just the models, but those girls, they have like businesses that their daddy runs. So like they want me to do their real estate. They want me to do their business. They want me to do their like their headshots just for LinkedIn. So I've been networking. Not only for the metal, I've been doing metal for fucking 20 years, man. And
nice.
And that's the best. I love it because I love you guys. You guys are my people. But since I ventured off and I've done other stuff with not only just the photography, I want to get into like drone work now and stuff. So it's going to expand. Everything has to expand, and change is good, dude. It doesn't necessarily mean because of the new year. It's just that it's good to do other things and expand your growth. It's just the best.
Absolutely.
You're
Andy, you take over. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Now.
Evolution.
Temple and Warwick, right?
Yeah, I'm doing Temple. Thanks to
Warwick.
Shan. Warwick is going to probably be on the back burner for right now. We're going to see where that's going to go. My whole neighborhood is like a war zone. We're Lincoln Heights, bro. So we're next to Dodger Stadium. So this place is like a fireworks are going crazy. My cats are all over the place now. But yeah, Warwick is on hold right now.
What state?
LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm in Northeast LA, so I'm like I have these homeless people going into my porch and shit. I have it on video. It's a trip. Anyways, but Temple, we're gonna aim a little more towards the Temple side and get that going and see if we could have some friction there. Warwick, we're having problems. It's gonna be a while and see if we could bring that back to fruition. Let's put it that way. It'll happen.
But wait, isn't Temple and Warwick basically the same band?
Except for one guitar player. Yeah.
Okay.
And I stepped in
that
because
explains a lot.
I'm doing Warwick. So I'm right there. I'm going like, okay, listen.
Temple.
I never knew any of the Temple songs until Shining gave me a couple of tunes to listen to, and so now I grabbed the ball. Now I'm running with that now. Yeah.
I don't know where we came in.
Yeah,
so Andy, go for it.
Good shit.
There you
Good
go.
shit.
I don't have.
I just sent Doug Piercy and Mark Biederman the link, so can't look for that.
Cool.
Cool. Solid.
Mars,
we lost someone.
I know we did. He'll pop in again. Jason will
I
pop
blame
in.
Tanner, dude. I'm just kidding.
It's all good. I'm used to
Oh,
it.
the echo, by the way, was my Bluetooth I had on.
I know. I tried
I'm
telling
just
you like
glad
80
there's no
times,
echo.
dude.
My headache's not going to be
I
there
turned the
tomorrow.
speaker off, but I didn't turn the Bluetooth off.
I was telling you like 80
I'm drinking.
times.
Yeah, I've been drinking since 9 o'clock, but I just figured out something. I had the volume on Facebook because you guys are on Facebook Live, and then I have this website on where you guys are putting it together. So I was like hearing double, going, "What the hell?" And
he was
like,
hearing like,
Holy
there you go.
Oh, if I
Jason.
want to pay attention to the conversation, I got to pay attention to the little phone here. But the big screen's got the YouTube up there, but it's like a 30-second delay. And sometimes it looks like someone's talking and it doesn't match and it fucks me all
Oh
up.
my god.
I like
It's like a Japanese movie.
Daniel's got the ice cream, the fucking beer, and the liquor at the same time.
Damn,
That's
girl,
not
chug it. Come on.
Whew, I got a
What?
headache just looking at him.
What a waste of beer, man, if you have to chug it. I don't know. I was never a
be a
chugger.
chugger.
Oh my gosh, corn dogs.
We
We
got
want
corn dogs.
Are you going to send us corn dogs? Come on. We want some corn dogs. Come on.
I don't know if I want them. They might not be frozen when they come.
Actually,
Yeah. Ooh, we got more.
I've been
I'm going to
making
your house right now.
I
Gonna
made
schedule
those
my
smoking-
Uber right now. Just kidding.
That's awesome. Well, we got 20 minutes left until 2021, so you know.
I was gonna go ahead and ask you guys your opinion on something, if I could.
Go ahead, Mark.
What do you think about Merciful Fate not including Michael Denner in this reunion?
I'm a little fucked up about it. Because I interviewed Michael Denner about 3 years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, yes, I did. For the
Nice.
Denner Sherman album they put out.
Uh-huh.
And he indicated to me that everything was okay at that point. And
Yeah.
it's got to be something financial.
I know. I know he wants to take part in it. From what I understand, Hank Sherman just let him know about it like about a day or two before they went public about the reunion. I myself think it's complete bullshit that he's not being included with it.
I do too, but it's not going to stop me from going to see him at Psycho.
Oh,
Same here, same fucking here.
That lineup is so killer.
Wait. Hold on. I got to intervene in this conversation.
Let's
'Cause
hear
this
it.
is what- me and Andy always differ on everything. And this is
Everything.
one of the things. I don't consider it Merciful Fate. Dude, it's like Judas Priest now. Judas Priest is like two people.
Yeah,
where
but
you-
you got the king singing, dude. The king
Dude,
is fucking singing.
I don't give a shit. I
For me,
enjoyed.
it's everything.
All right. Well, I'm just speaking for me, not you.
Yeah.
So when,
And your
when it
opinion's
comes to me, that's fine. That's fine. But let me at least have it before you fucking kick it, into the ground, you asshole. I just think that it's pretty much what 2/5 of Merciful Fate. You got Joey Vera from Armored Saint, Faint's Warning, and then like two other people, right? So to me, it's not really Merciful Fate. It's like Priest. Like I don't consider Priest any more Priest than I do Merciful Fate. So honestly, it's just a name right now. It's a brand.
Do you know what I'm
That's
stoked
a
about?
very good point, man. That's
It's a
a
brand.
really good point.
But do you
It's
know what I'm
not
stoked
Merciful
about?
Fate, it's a brand.
All right, let me offer you the flip side. Oh, look at those fuckers.
Trying to get my shit together here. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're great.
All right.
So
Well,
I'm sorry to
I
shit
get
all
to
over
hear-
that, but yeah.
On the
You're not
Merciful
shitting
Fate
on
when they
anything
play
for
it.
me.
And what excites me is I get to hear deep tracks from Merciful Fate, which King
Right.
Diamond don't do.
That's
If I
cool.
see King Diamond, I get to hear Come to the Sabbath and something like that. I don't get to
Yeah.
hear fucking Satan's Fall or fucking Nuns Have No Fun. King
Speaking
Diamond's
of
not
that,
gonna do those songs.
this is a little off topic, but back to what we were talking about earlier. I heard that John Bush is going to tour with a solo band and do some of the Anthrax albums that he did because it's the anniversary of Sound of White Noise and Stomp 442 coming up next year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
think they do both.
That could really happen if shows happen next year.
Yeah. I'm
this
probably
year.
in the minority,
Yeah.
but I always thought the best Anthrax singer was John Bush.
I agree. I love both singers and I love both eras, but there was some magic
Both?
happening with that
Both?
lineup.
Wait, you say both?
Yeah.
I love
There's
both.
three. There's three.
Yeah, I understand that.
Nelson don't- Oh, wait. You only got me seen live this year, Tanner.
You always admit you didn't want to admit that, so I'll let you take the floor.
All right. The last real show that I saw this year were Ross the Boss and Mr. Bungle. But me and Tanner, we always support the local scene. When they first lifted some of the COVID stuff in July after the first wave, we went out to this bar close to my house here, and we were playing the Murder in the Front Row movie. We had people hanging out, social distancing, having fun, selling masks. And Neil Turbin got up to do a solo acoustic set. And apparently, he had taught himself how to play guitar during the COVID thing. And how many times did he start to stop, Tanner?
I'm saying no comment here. I
Yeah.
just I let it speak, dude.
This is all Andy Ford
This is all
story.
Andy Ford. So
No,
like, dude,
Tanner's always
I've been,
he was
I've
bad.
been, dude,
Paint me a French girl, Andy. Paint me a French girl.
dude, I've been doing little subtle hints here and there, but Andy has not admitted this until this time. So it's all you, dude. I'm not
Do
doing
it, Andy.
anything.
Come on. Pull the band-aid off. Do it.
Because the last thing Neil needed to do asked to try out his acoustic singing together, playing guitar, was not there. They should have done it. It was bad. It was really. He cleared the fucking room. I mean,
what was
homie
playing?
had.
What was playing?
Murder in the Front Row. Pretty good movie.
Yeah.
And people were ordering food and drinking and having a good time. And then Neil came on and cleared the fucking room. It was bad.
People just wanted to talk about the movie and get another drink at that point, you know? It was might have just been bad timing.
We had the movie on a giant sound system, big screen. People were social distances, ordering food, ordering drinks. The bar was happy. My homie was happy with the promotion. And I'm like, you really want to put Neil on? He's like, yeah. And it was bad.
I don't think you guys had a good time, dude.
Honestly, I like Fistful of Metal a lot. That's probably my favorite Anthrax record. I'm in the minority of that. I like speed. I'm more of a speed metal kind of guy anyway. So
hello, by the way,
Anthrax on that tour. Anthrax and Exodus on that tour at the River Theater in Guerneville. And Exodus blew them off the stage so fucking bad. It wasn't funny.
That's not surprising.
I wouldn't be surprised at that, though. But I'm saying we're just talking about Anthrax, right? So I'm just saying there's 3 eras technically, and I always liked John Bush with Anthrax. I
love his records with Anthrax. Sound of White Noise is one of my top albums of all time.
Actually, I like Bush.
In My World, off the record she just held up, is one of my favorite songs from them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, John Bush is my favorite singer from Anthrax, but actually my favorite album is still Spreading the Disease.
Okay, that's a good one.
Good album.
Yeah.
I like everything from Anthrax, and I like everything from a band that I'm a fan of, basically, whether they had a lineup change or not.
Yeah.
You know,
glad Joey's back.
a good band can recover from a lineup change. That makes a good band a great band, actually, because it challenges everyone to move forward and have a new chemistry with this new lineup. You know,
say the
That's
same
a good
thing with
way to
Van
put it,
Halen.
man. That's a really good way to put it.
Van Halen.
But the
said-
hardest member changes a singer.
it is hard.
You and your love for Van Halen.
I like Van Halen with Sammy, so I don't care.
I like all eras of Van Halen myself.
I'm the same way. I don't give a shit anymore.
Tanner's favorite record from Van Halen is right here.
That record rules, and it came out
Absolutely.
when I was in junior high school.
Absolutely.
His second favorite record is.
Van Halen 2. You
I
gotta
was
do Van
gonna
Halen
say
2.
this one.
No, you gotta do Van
What
Halen
did you
2.
say about
I like
Neil
Van Halen.
Turner, Tanner? No comment.
I'm saying no comment too. Okay, we're moving on. So I'm looking forward to the John Bush, solo thing. Do you know who's kind of in the band? Is there can we get any juicy details?
I wouldn't be surprised if Opus from Dead by Wednesday was playing drums.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They got along good that night that we interviewed.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and add something, and you'll read about it in the interview. But Phil Sandoval actually has some stuff coming up outside of Armored Saint, so you guys have something to look forward to.
Where can people find your blog? I don't think we ever mentioned it.
It's actually theforgedlegions.music.blog, and it's my name that I have on the screen right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Plus, if you look on the Razor Radio Facebook page, I pretty much linked all his stories that he's done so much.
Awesome.
Scroll.
Thanks, Andy.
Well, for the people listening in, I just at least wanted to put that out there. People go ahead and go check out. We're very important too, just like the musicians. Even if we
Daniel,
play in
can
the
you
same
fucking
band.
hear us yet? Can we
Oh,
hear
I
you?
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Daniel,
Sweet.
say something.
I can
Yeah,
hear
I
him now.
I've been happy listening to all.
Have you
Daniel, if you don't mind me asking, I wasn't able. I didn't hear anything. What's your background?
Oh,
Check.
Daniel plays in Lazarus Casket.
Daniel, give everyone your background of what other bands you played with before you joined Lazarus Casket. Where you come from?
Well, I played in a band called Downfall of Man for a while, and that's when I met the guys in Project Human. Later on, I joined Project when they needed a bass player, and then when
I've
Lazarus was
booked
looking for
you
a
in
bass
that
player,
band
Miller.
too. I've known you a lot longer than I even fucking thought. Now that you said that, that's fucking wild.
Oh,
wow,
Jason, I got a picture picture of me and Downfall of Man back in the days with you and Mac and ADHD and Dos Diaz at the Doll Hut.
Wow.
The full,
That's
all the bands that played that night, and I would say that was 2015.
That's awesome, man. That's a lot of history right there.
I like that.
I
Yes.
just crazy shows at Doll Hut.
That's how things come full circle right there, you know. That's where Andy and I threw a
Oh,
show
yeah.
at the Doll Hut as well. That's where I
After
first
we
met
met-
Raquel.
Hey, after we met and did one of the most epic interviews ever, Jason.
That was at
the
Poor
Rum
Kids.
Shaker Fest
Out
at
of
the Poor
the
Kids
kitchen,
Mansion was going on.
taking shots,
We're
looking
doing
down
shots
on
in
the
the
party. I think we were shit-faced by noon that day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. During the hour I was on, I had you on. I had Henry from Witch Haven. I had Betty Mankiller. I
We
the
had
Poor
Gabe.
Kids.
We had Gabe Martinez of Her Name
Yeah.
Was Disaster, who was in Lazarus Casket at the time with us, and we had just put out the 2014 album, which was basically re-recording the band's previous material with
Yep.
the new lineup and me as the vocalist. And that's
And
why
we were
this
sitting
new,
in the kitchen at the Poor
Right.
Kids Mansion, looking over the whole fest.
Can I ask
Tanner.
a question?
yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel,
Yeah, Miller, give me a copy of that album tomorrow.
Oh,
so
sweet.
very nice to finally get to chance to talk to you and meet you. I don't know if we've ever met before. We've been in the community
We
a long
we
fucking
met
time.
one-
Okay, well, excuse my
met once,
ignorance.
You've chewed some of the same dirt.
Good. Well,
No,
here,
Tanner, you and I met one time when you interviewed me and Brian with Project Human at the Regal Inn. I told you this was weird, and you're like, it's weird to interview somebody. No, it was just weird for me because I'd never been interviewed.
oh, okay, okay. My apologies for if I seem like an asshole.
hair was a little
because I am.
That was probably my birthday when I fucking blacked out on the air.
That was your,
That was awesome.
that was your birthday
Wait,
show.
that was the seizure episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh,
Because they played that night, and I did a song with Project Human after my seizure. Remember that, Andy?
Kill
Kill switch.
You're a fucking trooper.
Yeah.
wow.
I didn't give a fuck. I was alive. I'm not gonna fucking roll over like a little bitch.
Can I ask
I
Daniel?
miss-
a question?
You can do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Can I ask Daniel a question real quick before we get stomped on again?
Do it.
I'm just kind of curious for you. You know, being a songwriter, what do you bring to the table of Lazarus Casket? You know, no, just being inside the rehearsal and saying like, "Holy fuck, what the hell am I going to add to this fucking chaos that is Jason Tyler and the guys?" You know, what do you bring? What did you kind of instill and
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
into the project that is Lazarus Casket? Kind of how did you find your niche?
Well, the really cool thing with Miller is that. Hang on.
See, now we can hear her now.
Love her
But
so
yeah,
much.
so yeah.
No,
Tell
the cool thing with Miller is he definitely likes to bring the wider scope, like bring your influence to this, bring this to the table. He knows a lot of my love for Cliff Burton and
Hell
Jason
yeah.
Newsted. I've been a diehard Metallica fan since I was 12 years old. I stuck with them through the loads except for Saint Anger. I stuck with them through everything. But I always loved the stylings of the bass. But he liked what I did with Downfall. He said, "Hey, you know what do you got to bring to Project Human?" And I brought that. And he's like, "You know what? Just do your thing with these new Lazarus songs that we're writing. Bring your stuff. Noodle it," is how he likes to put it. Put some melodies. Do this. I have my Cliff Burton Power Fuzz wah pedal that I love so much and I want to put in every song, but can't.
Hell yeah.
But he knows when I can and knows when to do it, when not to, and I know when less is more and when more is more. So he just lets me go ahead, be free, and just give my little aggression, my little flavor, and my groove that I just love to do.
Okay, but with that, how do you do it? How do you infuse that in the songwriting? Because we found out that you have a song now on the new Lazarus Casket, either EP or LP. You know, how do you take that and infuse it into, say, writing a song for Lazarus Casket?
Well, with their 7-string,
Everyone else is like, whoa.
On their, I bought a pack of 7 strings and threw it on one of my 6-string guitars just for the low end, and I said, I'm just gonna toy with things, and something sounded good. You know how you as a guitar player, you know, like you could just pick it up and just go like, oh wait, that sounds kind of cool. What can I do with it? And I toyed with it, and I just told Miller, like, hey, I have something that's fun. I wasn't even trying to put it on this EP or anything. I just like something fun to do in the future. And he kind of liked it. He's like, hey, let's throw this on this recording and do it to it. And of course, I mean, I gave him my little perspective, but of course, Miller, he said, well, let's play this way. Let's make it casket. Let's make it more casket than just individual. And I was like, fuck that. That's what I want to do.
What is that?
I write for myself when I do my own thing.
Right. But what does that entail? What is more casket?
Well, I have more of that traditional thrash.
Okay.
And I'm a little mainstream in that way. But we all together want to bring for what the band is, so it's more
basically
take the
he
idea
fit
and then move way together.
That's what our band's always been,
make it
and
fit.
Daniel's like the perfect
So
fit for
I
that.
didn't come up with this lick for my own desires. I came up with this lick to say, hey Miller, what do you got? How can we toy with this?
Cool. That's chemistry right there. It's challenging the song.
And then he said, well, fuck it, dude, we're gonna put it on this one. And I'm like, okay.
It's gonna be badass. Wait till you hear my vocals on it.
And some of it's
That's
new to me.
crazy
I've
shit.
never really
But hold on, Daniel.
Yeah, I've never
what were
co-wrote anybody, so it. Yes.
What were some of the top records you listened to in 2020? Same to you, Mars, and same to you, Mark. We've heard from top albums from everybody else here, but except for Daniel, Mars, and Mark. What were some of your best records this year?
I can't do a lot of records for this year because I mostly, when I listen to stuff, I'm listening to my satellite radio. When my wife and I were able to go to the gym at Planet Fitness before they closed down again. Hey, welcome to California.
Yeah.
I decided I was going to start listening to some discography. And I started doing discographies of bands that I may have not have listened to as much of as I should have.
Okay.
I did a little more of a player thing. I listened to everything from Hatebreed because I love Jamie Josta and his anger and positivity.
Fuck yeah.
I started the discography of Morbid Angel before they closed it. I seen Morbid Angel twice and never listened to a record from them a few years ago. So now I'm just starting to listen to things that I should have when I was younger. And
Morbid Angel was the first death metal band I saw live also.
Does anyone find it cool that the records go in alphabetical?
I had them at the observatory in Santa Ana, and I got to see Power Trip the first time with Cannibal Corpse, and that was a blessing. R.I.P. Riley. But I didn't do these things when I was younger. I was too I like Metallica. I like Ozzy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Minded that. Yeah, and I've also been spending a lot of time where I listen to a lot of the old country songs. I listen to my dad. I listen to the Billy Joels. I listen to the folks. I've been broadening a lot more.
Did you say Billy Joel?
2020, I'm gonna go with Billy Joel, absolutely.
I love Billy Joel.
I love Billy Joel. He fired his old band.
I hope you don't hate it.
He did. You're right, Mark.
So,
You've seen Hired Guns. That's
Yeah.
there you go. Okay. That's awesome. Well,
Hate
Mario,
Breed, I was just talking
that-
about Hate Breed
dude.
before we came on the air.
And no, then
And we were watching the Destroy Everything video.
Motown stuff.
And,
oh, you know what? Hang
it's not
on.
Hate Breed, it's San
I have
Jose.
3 minutes till midnight. Kiss my beautiful wife.
Is that forbidden?
You should hear the Craig Robinson song that he's doing. Goodbye, 2020.
All right.
It's Craig Robinson and his little band.
Oh yeah, we're
go check that out.
There's some countdown action, guys.
Well, it's 3 minutes. We got
I
3
think
minutes on the
Tanner
rest of
is the countdown. Tanner's the solid one.
All right, real quick. Give me an album, Mark. Give me an album, Mars.
I would say Idle Ruin, the EP out of Australia. Those guys are just.
Sorry for taking up
Punching the Sky, Armored Saint, definitely.
Okay.
But to tell you the truth, the 2 bands that I've listened to the most this year, when I was deeply dealing with the pandemic as best I could, ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner.
Oh well, good sing along shit. Cliff Burton would have been proud of you.
Mars, what did you dig that came out in 2020?
Mars. I'm gonna pantomime it for him. You sounded great. What did you change, Mars?
Okay, what was that again? The question.
What was some of your favorite albums that came out in 2020?
In 2020, I didn't listen to any new stuff. Of course, the Armored Saint came out.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I loved it. But I went, I did a lot of research and I've been looking into a lot of my old school roots because I did open up for Morbid Angel. We did have Pete Sandoval in my van. We did go crazy shit in the parking lot at the country club with a keg of beer. It's an old story, but I did pick up a lot of Napalm and Morbid Angel back in the day, the 80s earache stuff.
Dude, Napalm's great.
Yeah. And
What do
then
you think of Terrorizer?
those are my buddies. Those are my homies. Yeah, that's LA right there, dude. So
fuck yeah.
That's we go way back with those guys. So
Terrorizer's the shit, man.
And then I did a little more stuff, and I wanted to hear a little more Opeth because I took my brother Andy like about 15 years ago to go see Opeth. I remember the Universal Amphitheater was happening back in those days, and he was just floored. Yeah, he called them the death metal Pink Floyd. Yeah, so
I'll be right back. I gotta get my
Okay.
do your thing. Do your thing.
What people don't know, there's little
Happy
shit about
New
Mars.
Year.
Oh shit, we're in a new year, dude.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, guys.
2021.
I'm hearing fireworks everywhere.
I do too.
Yeah, me too.
My poor
Yeah.
dog's not crying.
We don't watch the ball drop.
The
ball
ball
ain't dropped?
They've been going off out
It's a
here
war
for a
zone in
while
South
now.
Gate, folks.
I'm
I
drinking.
think
I'm
I
drinking
think
lotion.
Tanner should stop getting a beer for
Happy
us.
New Year.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I'm gonna drink some lotion.
What the fuck? Fucking Tanner. It's
Oh,
Look at it. Europe. Really just put Europe on the screen?
The final countdown.
It's the final countdown.
the final countdown.
I'll give you $10, Tanner.
you know
if
you
you
like
get
it.
it in 1 second, take another song by Europe.
I don't know, man. It seems pretty good to me. It seems pretty fitting. So
It's the
Hey, I
final
got a quick
countdown,
question.
Andy. Come on, that's how. Do you want me to play that
That's
on
a
Metal
comic
Mondays
song.
on Monday?
Everything's cool.
That's
I- I-
Candlemaster's.
On Metal Mondays now because of you. I'm
Those
gonna
are
end the
Candlemaster's
show.
buddies.
Final
They're buddies
countdown.
with Candlemass.
All I'm saying is Europe is a one-hit wonder. Name me another
Hold on.
song.
So you
Can-
don't want me to?
Carrie,
Okay, did you just look that up?
rock now, rock the night. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, he's looking it up.
I'm looking up, dude.
I gotta pose you guys a question.
Yeah,
Have you
Tanner's
guys heard
looking
the
it
new
up.
Sacrifice?
Hold on. What's that,
Go
Mark?
for it.
Have you guys heard the new Sacrifice single, World War IV?
I have it, yes.
Yes,
Of course, Andy has. He has everything.
ass kicking.
That's the advantage of having a digital collection.
Your digital collection's so epic that it's epic.
Yeah, but can you
That's why I
hold
have
your,
a
digital collection?
4 terabyte portable
Is that
hard
your
drive.
collection in your hand right now, Tanner?
No, that's Andy's
I
collection.
can put
in
it
my
in
hand.
Do you want to go grab your
Yeah, I have
collection?
a 4
I would love
terabyte
to see
portable
your
hard drive.
collection in your hand right now.
Oh, and I realized this year that a lot of my nieces, they're like in their 20s and 30s. They now converted into Rush.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. My brother Andy passed away like 3 years ago. He's a massive Rush fan.
Emily's already showing your ass, so we're good. I guess.
It's because my tattoo is near my ass. It's not because I'm showing my ass. 2112. I can't find it right now. I got all 17 studio records on set.
I love Rush.
You're a nerd.
Absolutely.
I love Rush. I could pull all of them out and go.
Dude, I'm the only one that will tell you that my favorite album from them is Moving Picture. Or it's not Moving
Absolutely.
Picture. Is,
We're not friends
That was a big album. That was a big album for them.
It's Power Windows. God damn it.
Yeah, my favorite song. That's why I have Power Windows on vinyl.
He's
Tanner.
shaking his head. That as soon as I said Power Windows, yeah, I like the '80s stuff.
I have that
I
one.
love that album.
My
Moving
favorite song
Pictures,
is Subdivision.
Pictures is
Oh,
the
what
album.
about this record?
Signal.
I have that one too.
Steel. That's all you got.
We could go
Chris
on.
Steele, man.
Hey,
Paul Stanley didn't get it.
I am not a fan of the debut as much as their later stuff. That's
Well,
just
yeah,
me,
because
guys.
there's no Neil Peart.
That's not the reason why. I think they
that
developed.
man Mark
a song
Castle-
with it.
My favorite record, as he said.
Well, that is one of my favorite records. Yes, but my
Final
favorite
sign.
is that one.
Everything live on bass.
Red Barchetta.
Channing Estrada is the biggest Rush fan I know.
2112.
Like me, his
Oh,
favorite
shit.
record is Caress of Steel.
My brother Andy and Shanning were big fans of Caress of Steel. That I was listening to that as a kid, going, and I get it. Paul Stanley didn't get it. What the
That
fuck?
record's true.
Oh, it's gonna be all day.
Well, Paul Stanley doesn't get
Chris
his own
Steele.
voice, and it's gone now. So fuck it.
Paul Stanley.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, who cares about Paul Stanley? Why are we
The
talking
one
about
that
Paul
Tanner
Stanley?
has the first three.
No, because
Archives.
Honestly, I like Fly By Night a lot. That and Hemispheres might be my favorite '70s albums from
Chris
Rush.
Steele.
So, I love that
Once
album.
again,
That album is awesome, dude. Dude,
Hemispheres is good though.
Andy, I still have it on deck for
there it is
you.
right there. There it is right there.
sing this X1.
That's shit.
Sing all this. Yeah, it's fun. Dude, I love
Emily,
Rush.
how big is your vinyl collection?
It's huge.
700 plus.
Jesus.
Me and Tanner
You
do
know
a
the fuck?
vinyl. Oh, no. Tanner, you're gonna pop it out. Me and Tanner do a vinyl podcast once
And
a week.
Andy hates it, so we keep doing it. That's why we do it.
we like pissing off our boss.
That's what Tanner and I used to do too. We started playing Graveyard and shit and pissing Andy off on fucking Andy's show when he wasn't there. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys playing Graveyard for? You sons of bitches!"
I don't have that collection and it's vinyl. I don't have it behind me, of course. So I go to Spotify because it's there, right? And,
Right.
Right.
Dude.
The kids nowadays,
They're all Spotify.
they'll go to Spotify, they'll go digital, and they'll listen to like 15 to 30 seconds of it before they even judge it and say if they want it or like it or not.
Right.
It's just, we grew up in a way better fucking generation than those fucks.
Yeah. I'm
But I
kind
think
of in
school-
between I'm kind of in between. I'll admit vinyl sounds better, but it's a pain in the ass to rip everything. So
Yeah.
I just went back to getting CDs. You know,
Well, CDs
and
are on the
I-
decline too, dude. CDs are
Yeah.
almost
Fuck
gone.
y'all up.
I do the vinyl craze.
I'm hanging out.
Somebody wants to say Happy New Year.
Sí, cierra la puerta.
Happy New Year's, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
2021.
Aaron says Happy New Year.
2020's over.
Yeah, 2020 is gone now.
It's no longer
That's-
2020.
Good.
Tanner, have you listened
That makes
to
me
this one?
fucking happy.
Damn, it's
What was
popping
that?
off out here.
My
Pop it.
guitar player Aaron Miller says Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy
New
New Year,
Year.
sir. Happy New
Pop
Year.
it. Mr. Pop it.
I totally
Have you
forgot
listened to this
this.
one?
One
I said
interview
Miss
that
D.
Have you?
Hey,
No, I
Tanner.
haven't. I keep.
You gotta
Tanner.
check this one
Shut
out.
up. Hey, Tanner.
This has become
We
a
all
shit
want
show.
your attention.
Tanner,
We're
you
craving
gotta
it.
reel it in, buddy. Get
All
out
right.
the fishing pole.
We all want your attention right now.
All right. All right.
Beerman says his phone won't connect.
Take the lead, quarterback.
All right. Well, Biederman, try and connect. Emily, no, I have not heard the record. Mark, go for it. I heard you say something. So, what was the interview that you wanted to mention? I think Mark's frozen. Mark, you frozen?
Oh no! I wanted to say that I'm waiting for a response back from Scott Hill from Fu Manchu. I sent him questions about 3 months ago, and I'm still waiting to hear back from him.
The Mongoose Ride
interview, and I'm still waiting. So come on, Scott, give me a response back.
3 months. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to. That's a long.
Maybe he's riding his mongoose.
Well, we probably all have in during 2020 now, but I'm not going to mention. I guess go into more detail than that. But Andy, where should we end this? Do you want to do a couple more minutes, or do you want to just?
I say we go till 12:30 because I got Mark Biederman and Doug Piercy trying to connect right now.
Cool.
Oh, all right. We'll keep trying. So,
dude, I am really stoked for the new Blind Illusion coming out.
Me too. They're my favorite Bay Area band. I always got the kind of made fun of for it, but I just love that progressive thrash. So
no, I've been a fan ever since the Sane Asylum came out.
Would you agree? Wait. Would you agree though that it is not a Claypool album? To me, it's a Biederman album.
Oh, it's a total Biederman album. To tell you the truth, and I know I'm probably going to get shit from a lot of people.
I'm in the same boat. Probably
really liked what they did with Gino on bass. Before Les came back.
Gino was a great bass player.
Yeah. And I really kind of would have liked him to, when I listened to the Sane Asylum, the only drawback that I heard about it was, and Les is an incredible bass player, absolutely incredible.
Biederman played a lot of the bass, though.
Yeah, I just don't think that his style really fit Blind Illusion.
I agree.
Yeah, as much as Gino's style did.
Maybe more when they're towards the 70s.
See, I think that like the bass isn't as prominent on that album as people think it is.
Unless you get into like Smash the Crystal.
Well, yeah, but that's probably the only section of the whole album that you can actually hear the fucking bass or whatever.
Happy
New Year.
Dude, but here's my point. It's not a bass-driven album, so to me, it's not a. God damn it! I keep having fucking phones and shit. To me,
Who's in the office?
I don't know.
Oh, we're not in right now.
No cares.
Chickeny Fry, the Chinese chicken.
2021 is going to be Panamanium.
Chickeny Fry
is ready. Your order is ready.
Tanner turned into fucking Professor from Back to the Future right now. He's about to go back in time.
I feel like I'm turning into Benny the Breeze right now, dude. It's just like I'm going crazy.
1.21 gigawatts.
Fucking Doc Brown for a second.
Right there.
I feel like I can't finish a sentence. Is all.
No, you're doing a good job, Tanner.
You're doing a great job.
But Tanner, with you saying bass-driven albums, what are we talking about on Saturday? Bass-driven albums.
What we're talking about? Yeah, but everybody.
Frizzle Fry.
I have that
because
bass-driven album.
Everything.
Because Primus is so ingrained with Les Claypool, and because Les Claypool played on the Sane Asylum, he automatically gets lumped in as he's the famous guy. He's the guy for. But God damn it! I just always fucking thought of the Sane Asylum not just it's not great because of Les Claypool. It's great and Miner. I will go hard on Mike Miner on drums because that guy's drumming is awesome.
I got to tell you, I am really sick and tired of Blind Illusion being regarded as a footnote in Primus's career.
Ditto.
Ditto.
That's all I'm saying.
Look, I'll do it once.
That's right. But that was my whole point, guys. I'm sorry if I
Is your name on that record too, Andy?
Thank you, Les. Yes, it is.
Yes, I'm just very passionate about that album. That nobody else is.
Dude, I wore that album out.
Dude, it's great. It's fucking, and I'll be 30 in 2 months, but as a 29-year-old man, that record had more of an impact than a lot of the other Bay Area bands, minus Bonded by Blood.
That album is seriously overlooked. Same with Party with
That's
God
'cause you're
by
younger.
Sacrilege BC.
Ooh.
It's a totally overlooked album.
Ooh, dude, now we're
Not by
talking.
me.
Now we're talking, dude.
Yeah.
Not by me.
Yeah. No,
I mean, if you go back and Razor Radio archives, I've interviewed Gary Witt and Stephen Taylor.
Nice.
And then the other band that I always thought was overlooked was Vicious Rumors. I just always loved Welcome to the Ball.
Happy New Year,
the
guys.
track,
Happy
so-
New Year.
Title
Those
album.
are the
Back.
Vicious Rumors, they're badass.
They're badass. The new record they put out this year or last year now, it was
Kicked
awesome.
ass.
Yeah, it kicks.
And they got a young guitar player matching Jeff Thorpe. The kid's only like 22, 23.
That reminded me of another album that came out in 2020 that's badass from Primal Fear. It was sick this year. The new
Well,
one.
going down that list, we can mention Psychotic Waltz too from San Diego.
Yeah, but the Primal Fear one, the album title is kind of lame. I'm not
I
gonna
just
lie.
threw it on and I loved it.
It's like it had anything that kind of has to do with like the metal in 2020 is kind of lame. You know,
The
think of
meta?
a better album cover, album title. Yeah, no, they I forget what the title of the new Primal Fear record was, but it's like has something to do with metal or the met. I don't know.
If you got to have
Was it like
metal in the
Ninja
name
DJ?
of what it's being put out, it's kind of trying too hard.
That's what exactly. That's my point.
It's like Jason Tyler saying "fuck" 50 times in a song.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to
Or-
listen to that, then you listen to
Or
Warriors of
McGraw putting on
Sacrifice.
cassette.
More metal than that. I have to say, time in a song.
Warriors of Sacrifice, motherfuckers.
Dang, you guys be twinning.
Pick it up.
There you
Pick it up on
I'd go
Bandcamp,
grab-
iTunes, Apple Music.
Bandcamp Friday's tomorrow, so I guess I'll pick it up on Bandcamp Friday.
There you go. I think you get the whole catalog for
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, well-
$6. That's a deal you can't
I need
pass
it
up.
for my show, so yeah, definitely. I'll pick it
But
up.
I will add to Mark's point. I am definitely looking forward to the new Blind Illusion, but I'm
Oh,
also
hell yeah.
looking
I've
looking
heard
forward to the
soundtrack.
new Exodus.
Person
Yeah,
non
I
grata.
think the new Exodus is going to be absolutely sick.
Persona
vibe.
non grata. Now, real quick, I gotta ask Mark
Yes, sir.
because I wasn't able to go down to this, and they had that billboard up in Oakland, and I saw the things, and you wrote an article about it with Biederman climbing the billboard on shit. That looked like some cool shit with Murder in the Front Row.
Yeah,
How cool is
I
it?
think it's something that needed to be documented. I mean, that was a critical. That era of time was very critical in the history of heavy metal, you know, as a whole. And I don't think enough people really know the gravity of that movement that happened at that time. And it's got to be, it has to be really celebrated because it was so integral to the evolution of heavy metal as we know it. And I am really, really glad that Harold Oyman and Rick Hunold got together and got that organized. They got it organized over a course of a few days.
Like 3 days.
It was a total labor of love. And I cannot commend them enough for going out there and do that. If I would have been if I was out in California in the Bay Area at that time, I would have been out there and everything. And I think it's something that definitely needed to be documented because we can't forget that extreme metal as we know it would not be where it is today without that whole movement, you know, and that's all I got to say about that.
You're absolutely correct.
Absolutely agree.
Thank you, sir.
And
The other one I recommend too is this one. I'm sorry,
I still have to
it's not
see
the
that.
only one. Murder of the Throne was not the only one. I highly recommend Bay Area Godfathers because honestly, I'm kind of sick and tired of the whole documentary. I'm kind of sick of the whole documentary of just Exodus and Metallica things and Megadeth. To me, the Bay Area is much more than those three bands. So I
Oh,
like
yeah.
and I'm not.
they were
and I'm-
good. Hey, Tanner.
I don't.
They were good, but they weren't the same.
I mean, I got to throw out. I mean, Death Angel was hugely important too. I mean, Death Angel played my sophomore year. They played the amphitheater at Clayton Valley High School, minus Dennis. You know, they played as a 4-piece, but yeah, Death Angel was hugely important too, and everything. There was so many bands that were critical to that whole movement, and you can't dismiss bands like Attitude Adjustment either. You know, there were so many bands that were really integral to that whole movement that I just think that get overlooked, and of course, you know, Exodus and Metallica, you know, they're obviously there for a reason, but there are so many other bands that need to be, you know, to use the word again, celebrated. They need to be celebrated as well. You know, absolutely.
I agree.
And that's why I think Bob Nalbandian did a fucking phenomenal job with Danny on the Bay Area Godfather. So I know, you know, I'm not. I'm a fan, dude. I'm a musician myself, but I'm also a fan. But I'm also, yeah, but here's the thing.
Covers the whole scene.
Yeah, and that's what I like about this particular documentary, as opposed to Murder in the Front Row. Murder in the Front Row is for like
time.
Yeah, but
they covered the original scene, and the scene did change after Cliff died. It did. Of course, that's not the original scene anymore. And that's
right. But my point in all this is, I think
15 years after that.
Murder in the Front Row covers to me the guys that aren't really into metal. They're not really into metal, but this is kind of what you would give them is a Murder in the Front Row. But if you're already into metal and know your shit, I think this is a much better documentarian of the Bay Area. Is all.
Yeah, but there's a lot of bands that never went anywhere in there. That's the one thing I was gonna for Murder in the Front Row. Almost all the bands that are talked about in that are still active today.
Yeah. The one thing I was going to actually ask you about it, there's so much of an extreme metal element to it, and don't get me wrong, because I'm a fan of the band too, but they included Y&T in the whole thing, you know. Dude. And you know, I mean,
I saw Y&T 3 times before I ever saw Metallica.
Yeah, yeah, and I get it. You know, but just Y&T is just so far removed from all the other bands that are in there. You know what I mean?
Not the first 2 records.
Yeah, the first 2 records kick ass. I mean,
that's what we're talking about.
But
God damn, there's a war zone here in Bellflower.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the same way.
But Andy, I got to ask you though. I mean, when you were at the Dan the Green show, wasn't there a total letdown after you saw Metallica? And then you saw Y&T go on after him.
Yeah, because they were on their Summertime Girls thing, and they brought that stupid fucking robot out. And that was, if they had come out and played Mean Streak, Earthshaker, or Black Tiger, they would have crushed that crowd.
Yeah.
They were trying to play an MTV hit, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we had to put up with
Metallica absolutely ruled that day. They were the pinnacle of that whole day. I mean, after they left.
But the Scorpions also showed me something that day, too, because they were like a machine. They were a machine. The way they set everything up, didn't miss a note.
Yeah, but I mean, Metallica was just pure unbridled fury that day.
I agree.
To me, everything after that was just kind of like air being let out of a balloon after that. You know what I mean?
Not the Scorpions.
Again, that was my very first concert, though, you know, so.
No shit?
Time for a shot.
Very first concert.
I'll drink to that. That's a pretty good first concert to go to.
Yeah, dude. And my second concert was Motorhead, Exodus, and Wendy O. Williams.
I was at that show at the Henry J. Kaiser too.
Yeah, yeah.
Whitney and Lemmy sang "Stand by Your Man."
Oh yeah, and they did No Class as well.
Yep.
Hey Andy, but you were also at the Lay Your Hands video for Bon Jovi too for this record.
I hope so.
I tell you things in confidence.
That's a ballad.
You won't have to finish anymore.
My taser.
You guys want to hear that story? You guys want to hear that story?
I want to hear it again.
I'm stationed in Bremerton, Washington, in the Navy in late 1989. Tacoma is about 20 miles from Bremerton, and Bon Jovi is playing on the New Jersey tour with Skid Row on their debut album.
Which is actually pretty good.
Yeah, right? And 89, I'm fucking 20 years old. So we go to fucking me and my friend John Hartley, who lives in Florida, Navy guy. We go, we're looking for chicks, we're having fun. And they got these weird catwalks up and shit. And Bon Jovi ends up filming this "Lay Your Hands on Me" video, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You know the song. You know the song.
By 1990, I'm floating in the Gulf of Oman, outside the Persian Gulf, on board the USS Truxtun. I get a videotape from my sister because she was Bon Jovi. I told her about it, and the videotape VHS says go to 0024 or whatever. You know how videotapes used to work. And I go into it, and there's me and Hartley, fucking drunk as fuck, with my little short Navy haircut at a Bon Jovi show.
That's awesome.
Whole day long would have beat me up.
I have that album on cassette, and I had it in my Walkman when I was in junior high. No, I was before junior high.
And if you guys like Skid Row, the debut album right here.
I love Skid Row.
I remember the Walkman. Jason, what?
The
how old are you, bud?
Is this one?
What's that?
I remember the Walkman.
I'll be 43 in March.
Okay, I'm a little older than you. Like a little older. Like I'm 43, 44.
52 in 14 days.
50.
I'll be 52. I'll be 52.
So I think Andy and I are the two oldest then.
Tanner's just trying to reach puberty, man.
But Tanner had a mustache when he was 15, and it was fucking badass. He did.
I didn't know you when I was 15.
Yeah, but I've seen fucking pictures, and you're rocking it.
I didn't know you at the Metal Blade 30th anniversary, and I have a picture of you. I have proof of it. What a trip! I went through all my archives. Go, wait a minute, that's fucking
Maybe Tanner's a vampire. He doesn't age.
Hey, Tanner, do you remember?
And he doesn't gain any weight either.
Do you remember, Tanner? You remember me taking that picture upstairs with you?
Of course.
And the table. I was going from table to table.
Yes.
And I wasn't asking for money. I was just archiving
Tanner, do you
it.
remember playing the back patio for characters in Pomona for me? Probably the first show that I booked Madras.
Of course, it was outside, and it was with they had on the concrete slab or whatever. I don't know what they have there now, but
a little riser, about 6 inches high, maybe, if that.
But the reason why I remember the photo, Mars, is because I was with my friend Roger, who I snuck up there, and we were hanging out with Caton, and we were talking to Caton, and I think
El Diablo Negro.
Yeah, and he goes, he gave me like,
was he smoking the devil's lettuce?
No, he was not, but he gave me one of the best pieces of advice I ever got. He gave me a great piece of advice I've never forgotten till this day. So that's why I remember that fucking that. When
what was the advice? Because I was there.
Dude, he told me that your music will do stuff to people that you can't explain. And I thought I called bullshit on it, but apparently it's true. So I should have listened more closely. But yeah, no, that was
very
Dude, we're into metal, we're into thrash, we're into hardcore, we're into the most extreme stuff. That goes straight to your mind and your soul, bro.
Excellent. Yes,
it does, man. It does affect. It does touch people in a different way sometimes.
It's been a rough year without the live show.
But
that's what I say.
Yeah. But when you're the guy writing the music and performing it and recording it, it's a little different than you being the fan hearing it. So you don't really know what your music's going to do to people, but it is definitely true. I will.
It's a trip.
Your composition, your arrangements, it does put a mood and a swing and something in your brain that says, "Whoa, that triggers me. I'm there." Boom, into the pit.
Right. But being the musician, you don't think of it like that.
You don't know until it happens.
You don't know until it happens.
Like
so that was his. But that's why I remember that whole fucking show, dude.
Now, the funny thing is, Tanner, I was hanging out with Caton at that show too. Right. I went with Andrea and Kyle Tauscher and I ran a cave, and we were up in the high bar, the private one, and we're fucking around. Me and Chuck, we're drunk as fuck, and that was back when I used to wear that stupid leather hat.
The Derby? Are you talking about
your sweaty hat?
The Derby
about the
days?
Metal Blade anniversary.
Yeah, the Derby days.
Yeah, the Derby hat.
The Derby days were the best,
We're
dude.
fucking rocking around in the upper private bar up there, and I get this smack on the back of my fucking bald ass head, and I turn around and James Hetfield.
Wow.
And he goes,
wow.
And he goes, what are you doing down here?
They had that whole upper deck just covered.
Yeah.
Nobody could go through there. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
dude,
his
it was
exact
like a
words were,
party or something.
his exact words were, "What are you doing down here?" I'd already been living in LA for 3 years at that point. And obviously,
what are you doing in LA? In other wores.
Yeah, exactly. Right? What are you doing down here?
I got a
I thought it was Tanner that slapped you on the head.
Minute warning. Dude, I've been in mosh pits with James Hetfield.
2 minute warning. 2 minute warning.
He kicked me in the head at an Exodus gig once, introducing him. Literally.
It is a warning.
Yeah,
Thanks, Jason. Jason's the time clock here.
Hey, Tanner, are we wrapping this up?
Are we almost out of here?
We got like 1 minute and a half, maybe.
You want to wrap it up? I'm sitting here
keeping it on track, bro.
Okay, real quick. The only thing I've been drinking today, I started off with we had pasta for my brother Pino's birthday. My brother Pino turned 58, so we had pasta, and so I had to get the Apothic Red.
Oh,
So
good wine.
we started with that, and of course I had these in the fridge, and then
you went downtown.
Modelo's, and then for the tequila, I don't know if you guys liked it. It's blue agave. You have to.
Oh yeah.
You know, in order to make cantaritos.
What is that?
Cantaritos is what you do is you mix it with a half a grapefruit, half an orange, half a lemon, half a lime. You squeeze that.
Amazing.
You squeeze that into a jar. You put two shots. I was doing 3 shots all night. Into it with ice, and then you rim it with squirt, and then you mix it. Make it a little healthier. And that shit, we've been chucking these all day, dude. The bottle's empty. I'm just doing shots. So, and I had to time it so I could meet with you guys. And you know, if I was like totally sober and say, "Hey, hi guys, how are you? How are you?" Proper modulation. Hello, checking 1 2 1 2.
I haven't seen you all year, so I also got to tell you this, Mars. For 2020, fuck the Dodgers.
I know you're a Frisco fan, brother. I know. I never mentioned no Dodgers or Frisco.
Go Dodgers. Paris 2020. Dodgers.
Go Bills. Go Bills. Go Bills.
That's
Thank
where he
you.
calls out the Raiders and like talks some shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm not a Raider hater, but
yeah, we can talk about this shitty ass Raiders who lost to the Bills in Week 3.
That was a great game, though.
Yeah, we were playing a little better then.
But you guys, God bless everybody. Just being the most positive.
I think it was rad that the NFL played this year.
2021, man.
Well, something to do, you know.
I know this year's gonna be
thought
way
it was
better.
I always look forward to
I
catching a
hope
little
so.
football on the weekends, and especially this year because fuck 2020, it's over. Let's go into the new year and kick some ass together.
I know me and Tanner are ready for some NHL, right?
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I'm down. I'm
Go
down.
Kings. Go Kings.
I went to the
Okay.
Kings game.
Chicago Blackhawks. Let's do some shit.
Fuck the
Go
Blackhawks
Caps.
and fuck the Capitals. You guys
Fuck
don't even know.
Go
Fuck
Kings.
you.
Red Wings.
Go Kings.
Oh wow, the Red
Fuck
Wings.
the Red Wings,
yeah.
dude.
Dude,
Roll
wait.
up.
Hold on a second.
The Red
got-
Wings in 91.
Wait.
91.
Fuck the Red
You,
Wings.
you got to give respect to the Red Wings because they hold the record literally for like being in the most years of the playoffs, which is like 25
25
years in a row. So
Steve Eisenman.
despite
That's my
how
rival, bro.
despite how shitty they are when the owner died, I got to give respect to the Red Wings. So as a Capitals fan, God bless that you know whatever we got one. Capitals got one, so
I'm
I'll
a
take
Chicago
it.
Blackhawks fan. Chicago Blackhawks.
Fuck the
They
Blackhawks.
went downhill too, dude.
Dude, we're gonna have
Red,
some
white,
like
forever.
fist fights. I'm just kidding.
You know what's
Doesn't
great?
matter.
Mark, a lot of these, I live here in LA and I root for the Kings. And I get it from the Bay Area guys all the time. Why don't you root
Fuck
for the
the
Sharks?
Sharks.
And it's like, And it's
Fuck
like,
the
dude,
Sharks.
I
It's
rooted
like,
for the
why
Kings
don't we root for the
before there
fucking
ever
Mighty
was a
Ducks?
Sharks.
They were invented the same year. No, we're Kings fans here, not Ducks fans. No.
Yeah, I'm a Dodger fan, not a fucking Angel fan.
Cannot be
The Kings
friends.
were the first
I'll
Ducks
never
either
like
way.
you. You'll suck. No ducks.
What?
No ducks. Fuck the ducks.
God,
No one likes the Ducks. If you like the Ducks, you'll never be on Metal Mondays. Fuck
We're
the
going,
Ducks.
we're going over
My
two-
favorite thing to do is go watch the Kings versus the Ducks at the Honda Center and watch the Kings kick the crap out of them. That's my favorite thing to
Fuck
do.
yeah,
When I
motherfucker.
think of the Ducks, all I ever think about is Emilio Estevez.
yeah.
Yes,
Jason, let's get tickets, man. Let's go.
the flying
I'm
V.
down.
Me and Tanner went.
I will say this about San
hat-trick
Jose,
against the
though.
Kings. That was
I
fun.
will say this about the Sharks, though. They are doing it the right way. I just caught a lot of shit.
20 years
from
now
Sharks
they've been
fans
doing it the
living
right
in
way.
Bay Area, you know. So I mean, and it was great seeing the Red Wings just trounce them when I go to show when I see them play the Sharks. It was absolutely just beautiful, you know. But
Dude,
you know,
dude, I gotta, dude. So it was my birthday. When it was my birthday, what, a year or two ago? The
Yeah.
Capitals came here, and I invited. It was me, Andy Ford, and my dad. We went to see the Kings and Capitals play. And I'm like, dude, I really want to see. I just wanted to go because my favorite hockey player of all time is Ovechkin. Because I just think he's
Hey, he's part of hat trick.
Badass.
Fuck off.
I think he's
he's
the-
badass.
I mean,
shit.
despite if you guys hate the Capitals,
Yeah.
you got to admit that
Ovechkin's the shit.
Ovechkin was like one of the greatest players, literally, to play the game. And
Fuck
I
Sidney Crosby. I'll go with the Ovechkin.
thank you,
anyway.
thank you.
Crosby's a
Hey,
little
so what you
bitch.
saying it was a good birthday.
Crybaby Crosby. I'm not a fan of.
Crybaby Crosby. Fuck yeah. Crybaby
Fuck
Crosby.
him.
But what I will say, so not only did I was sitting in where the Raptors are. It was kind of a high up, but I was like, dude, I'm just stoked to be here, right? I got my best friend Andy here, and I got my dad here, so I was like, this is gonna be a good time. Fucking either second or third period, Ovechkin right in front of me, fucking he gets a goal, and then like 2 minutes later, dude, like 2 minutes later, he gets another goal, and
Yeah.
it's like I think he got a hat trick or just 2 goals. But anyway, we ended up
Yeah.
I think they got a hat trick, but he ended up they ended up winning 5-2 against the Kings. So that was a
Nice.
great birthday present, and I just wanted to share that. But me and Andy have definitely went to some hockey games. I will gladly go to more hockey games. Kings
hell
versus
yeah.
whatever. I just
You're
love
like,
hockey.
you're going to the Chicago Blackhawks with me. Just
Yeah,
imagine it.
I love hockey. I'm a hockey
Yeah.
fan.
You know, Emily, when the Sharks first started, they didn't play in San Jose. They played at the Cow Palace.
Yeah, first year.
And I saw the Sharks beat the shit out of Blackhawks when Eddie Belfour was playing
You know,
for the
I
Blackhawks.
know where you live, man. I could Uber up there right now and beat you up if you want to talk about
Oh damn!
All the Sharks fans were
Tanner,
doing was
You're in Orange County still, right, bud?
Belfour. Oh, they trounced him. You're
Yes,
back.
I am in
I
Orange
can't
County.
get my Uber right now. Andy Ford.
Middle come. Anyways, Tanner, you're from Orange County. Come up to Lincoln Heights, pick me up, and we'll go to downtown. Tickets are on me. We're gonna meet Jason there too.
All right.
Absolutely, dude. Let's go to
For
some
what?
hockey games. All of us.
Hockey?
Down.
If I'm ever in Arizona, I'll meet up with Mark. We'll go to some
Hell
Arizona
yeah.
games.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
give
So
a
the
shit.
Coyote games? I've been to a few Coyote
They're
games.
You're
terrible
easy.
too.
You're an easy.
The Coyotes are
Andy, when
terrible
are
too,
you
though.
coming out, man?
It's a nice stadium.
All right, guys. Well, happy New Year. Be safe.
I love
One
you
more
guys all.
shot. Last shot. The last shot.
Oh,
Take care of each other and be smart and be safe. Let's get
Thank
through
you
this
for
shit.
having me.
Thank you for
thanks for
coming on
coming
the
on, guys.
show.
We appreciate you,
Keep
man.
writing
We
the
appreciate
shit.
all you guys.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys.
I appreciate it.
Mars, I miss
That
you.
means the world to me.
Yeah,
I love you guys.
Here.
I love you guys. Bye, Emily. Bye,
Yeah.
Jason.
Thank
Mark,
you. Go away.
Daniel,
All right.
Tanner.
Guys, take
Love
care.
you.
Have a great and safe New Year. Hopefully,
You guys be
we
safe,
get out
man.
of this mess.
Love you all, man. Thanks for so much for coming on and hanging.
Love you guys.
All right. Good job,
Bye,
Tanner.
guys.
Thanks for having me.
Horns up.
Arms up.
So
What's up, Legions?
that's
Well, I
right.
was waiting for all you guys to log off so I could talk to Tanner.
That's right. But make sure you go check out Lazarus Casket. Obviously, Mark's blog. Anything Mars is doing.
Emily, much
I don't know.
love, sweetheart. Nice to
Temp-
talk to you.
Temple
Temple
and all that stuff. So make sure you check that shit out.
I'm so glad I'm off now. I'm gonna take it. I'm getting naked now. Oh, Jesus.
Well, luckily we're not
don't want to do that.
officially off the air yet. We're still live, but you know.
Man.
There you go.
Whoa, that was a long time. Drunk.
But anyway, so we'll see you guys
Gotta
later.
get naked
Another
now or
episode.
something.
Hello, everybody still out there. We're back with Disciples of Death.
Yeah, take it off. No way to Rush. Don't take it off. Rush is everything.
That's right. But anyway, we'll have
Wait,
Disciples
wait,
of Death
wait,
on Thursday. So
And the following week we have
that's right.
some SoCal legends.
So anyway, guys, let's end the broadcast. Daniel, thanks so much Jason, for joining us and finally gets to talk for a few minutes. We'll have you back on soon, my brother. So great to meet you again and great to talk to you.
Tanner, thanks for having me. It's good rapping with you. Emily, my love. We comment on Facebook from time to time. It's finally nice to talk to you. Andy, thanks for accepting my friend request. Much love to you guys. Metal forever. Let's see what fucking 2021's got for us.
Absolutely.
Let's get through the first stages, but let's get on into this fucking year, right?
Absolutely.
And Dakota Metal motherfucker.
I love you guys with all my heart. Thank you so much.
You don't want to die.
That's right. Metal rules. If you don't like it, die, dude.
And my grandma can scream loud into this, and she's dead.
That's right. That's fucking right, dude.
Still, the ultimate line about him, though, is still from Gary Holt. The guy's the greatest thrash singer ever lived. He made the same album twice.
That's the best line ever, dude. That fucking line rules.
I met that guy once, and I didn't know what his name was. I drew a blank, and I said, "Hey, I saw you play Player, right?" And he goes, "Yeah." And later on, I said, "Oh shit, Gary Holt from fucking Exodus." God damn it!
I have lots
of.
of.
I was in line at NAMM to go meet fucking
Oh, my camera.
So anyway, but yeah, thanks again, guys, for coming on. We greatly appreciate it. And don't forget, we got Disciples of Death coming on January 7th. It's next Thursday. So hit us in. Absolutely. The Death Dealer the following Thursday. We're going to keep doing these shows Thursdays. Make sure to go check out Lazarus Casket. And of course, last but not least, Madras. No, I'm just kidding. DJ Mermaid every Monday.
Oh my God.
Every Monday.
If you're bored and you just need some tunes to listen to, you can go to www.razorradio1r.com. We play the best metal 24/7, 365.
What was that on, Andy?
Razor Radio.
Razor Radio.
Much love, guys. Have a happy and safe New Year.
You too, man.
Razor Radio.